Good evening, my army of dreamers. Sleep is meant to be a refuge, a brief escape from the burdens of the waking world. Yet some dreams are not dreams at all, but warnings sent from a darker province of the mind. A face glimpsed in shadow, a date remembered upon waking, a death seen before it happens. Tonight we close our eyes and enter the place where prophecy wears the mask of nightmare. You are listening to Voices from Beyond, Volume 8, Dreams That Foretell Death. My name is Stephen Dark, and for tonight I shall be your man in black.
Good evening, friends of the creaking door. This is your host bidding you enter the inner sanctum. Come in, come in. And now for tonight's tortured tantrum. Ever have an ancestor who's dead but won't lie down? Can't happen, huh? Okay, Bub, hang on and we'll demonstrate. We're in an ancient cemetery hidden in a lost valley somewhere outside an old New England town. The stone face of a mausoleum reads 1790. Behind its iron door, the ancient dead sleep in sealed vaults. Beside the dead, trapped in the mausoleum, is a man. He's haggard, glassy-eyed, like a man suspended between life and death. The man rallies his dying energies to tear at the door, to break his hand in a final desperate attempt at escape.
Gotta get out! I gotta get out of the fortune's not good! It's not good! Thank you! Thank you! You can't let me die! Don't let me die! The ransom is yours! Go! Drink it all of it! Take it for yourself, only stop! The lion will sit empty-handed, broke, without a dime in the world. Exactly the way I began. Exactly the way I began. 6 weeks ago, I came to this jerkwater town of Hillcrest to claim a worthless white elephant. A state called Highgate. It's been in my family since the Battle of Bunker Hill. I was the missing heir. Finding me cost the trustees more money than the estate was worth.
That's the picture, Mr. Lyon. A big estate, but the land's been neglected too long, and the buildings are about ready to fall down. Now, if the inheritance raised your hopes any, I'm
Well, what
sorry.
about cash? Other property? Stocks, maybe?
No, the tax collector sees what little there was for arrears. There isn't a cash penny in sight for you, young fella, unless you chance to run into your grandfather's boodle.
My great-grandfather?
Yep, your great-grandfather, Daniel Zenga. Folks around here say old Daniel salted a pile away and walks the halls of Highgate watching it and waiting for the right descendant to come along.
Wait a minute, you're talking over my head.
Well, I'm just repeating local bogeyman talk. See, according to old records here in Hillcrest, your great-grandfather was a man of fearful omens and prophecies.
You're not saying he had supernatural powers.
Well, the records hint he had. There's a paper in the files that accuses old Daniel Zenger of consorting with the devil. And there's another paper ordering his execution for the same thing.
My great-grandfather was put to death?
If we're to believe the records, yes.
What did you mean by that remark? Waiting for the right descendant to come along.
Oh, legend. The old Daniel Zenger swore his money would keep until an avenging descendant came along. But don't you go get no ideas, young fella. Now, if there's anything I can do for you...
Yeah, there is. Lend the missing heir $20, huh? I'll need train fare out of here. The train out of Hillcrest would have been the smart play. But curiosity got the better of me. I wanted to see Highgate once. I'm just out of town.
I hitchhiked part of the way, and I hooked it the rest of the way with the storm threatening. Highgate was more run down than words could describe. I stood outside, watching the shadows pile around that big heap of junk. It had a look about it, as if once it pulled you in, you were shut away forever. Before I knew it, I was heading inside, as if I couldn't help myself. But it wasn't pulling. I was being pushed in, as if there were someone at my back. I was inside, and the door banged shut. It was the wind, I told myself. The door had been open, and the wind had blown it closed. But I had a feeling that I wasn't alone. I felt a presence near me, pushing me toward a sputtering yellow light in a square library room.
So,
Who are you?
Ted Waters. You wouldn't be Theodore Zenger Lyon.
I'm Ted Lyon. What are you doing here?
At the moment, making notes. I'm the town librarian.
What are those books you got there?
The remnants of Daniel Zenger's personal library. There are many fascinating writings here.
My great-grandfather's writings, you said?
Yes. In addition to his other reputed talents, Daniel Zenger was a prolific penman.
What do the manuscripts say?
I can't tell as yet. The language is English, but much of it is in an old, obscure dialect. I would need to examine and interpret them. That is, if you have no objection.
No, I haven't. You can make a bundle of the stuff, take it along with you, and dope out what it says on one condition.
One condition?
Uh-huh. That you tell me what it says first. I dropped around to see the old librarian the next night. The shades were down. Library hours were over. Old Hillary Waters let me in. His face seemed to be burning with excitement.
I've made an amazing discovery. A most amazing discovery. Your great-grandfather was put to death.
Oh, that's no discovery.
Don't interrupt, please. I have documentary proof that Daniel Zenger was a man of extraordinary vision and prophecy. Shall I present my proof?
First, tell me, was he rich?
From all indications, fabulously rich. He accumulated a princely fortune.
And he did what with it?
I cannot say. But that is of minor importance. It is the remarkable scope of his prophecies I am principally interested in.
Okay, spill it. What did he prophesy?
In these manuscripts, written in the 18th century, in about the year 1790, Daniel Zenger predicted Napoleon's defeat at Waterloo, our civil war between the states, and the rise of Abraham Lincoln, and the First and Second World Wars.
You're kidding.
I'm in earnest. There were other remarkable predictions. Your name is Theodore Zenger, Lyon. 4 generations removed from Daniel Zenger.
Yeah? What about it?
This obscure passage I came across in his book of predictions. In the 4th generation, a lion will come to the crest of the hill. And then, over Highgate.
What are you eyeing me for? Me? You're thinking the reference is to me?
Yes. I must think that. A lion. That is you, plainly. Theodore Lyon. And you're the 4th generation.
And the crest of the hill is Hill Crest. This town.
And you're the master of Highgate now.
What does the rest of it say?
He will first silence the waters, then capture the jewel from the king. Thirdly, after 7 days of wanton darkness, he will fling a tarnished stone into the earth, and a flame in the sky will show him the 4 keys. There's a final line. Read it. And the lion will sit with a ransom at his feet, and the winds will seal him from the wrath of the world.
Funny change had come over the old librarian. He looked as if he'd run out of the room if I wasn't standing right smack between him and the door. I started toward him slowly. That prophecy you read to me, if there's any truth in it, it means that if I complete the 3 steps referred to in those clues, I'll reach a certain 4 keys and lay my hands on a fortune.
Yes. It purports to mean that.
That's not quibble, huh? It means just that, period. Now, boiling certain words down, words like silence, capture, and fling. The 3 steps mean 3 murders.
Believe me, it is madness to accept or even interpret them literally.
Let's skip the weasel talk. It boils down to those 3 murders, doesn't it?
No.
Liar. First, he will silence the waters. That's you, Hillary Waters. I must first silence you.
No. It's insane.
You can't run away, old man. I've got to silence you. The chair came down on his skull, and he dropped. Then my thumb on his windpipe for a couple of minutes. And I'd satisfied the first clue to a princely ransom. I'd silenced the waters.
He will silence the waters. Is there anybody around whose name is stream, flood, lake, or maybe river? Old librarian Waters had a look in the book, and the prophecy took. His name's Muddy Waters now. A lion will reign over the high gate. Yeah. If our hectic hero keeps on exterminating quaint old scholars, I predict a lion will take it on the land. Let's verify my prediction, shall we? Okay, lion, roar.
I propped old Hillary Waters on a chair at his desk. There wasn't a telltale mark on him. He looked as if his heart had backed up on him while he was poring over his books. I moved into Highgate, with old Daniel Zenger's second clue burning in my brain. He will capture the jewel from the king. What did it mean? Couldn't even begin to figure it out. All I could do was wait and watch. Months dragged by. And one night at the railroad depot, I watched the signal flag go up. Watching the trains roar by and sometimes stop was a way of getting a peek at the world outside of Hillcrest. I watched a girl get off. Young. Made up and dolled up in a style that yelled for a second look. She looked like my world. A big town, bright lights, fast talk. I moved toward her like a guy in the desert starts for a pitcher of water. The funny thing, she was coming right at me, too.
Could you direct me to the nearest hotel, handsome?
I could even carry your bags there. For a price.
A local wolf, What's the price?
Smile.
Okay. Now pick up the bag.
I'm Ted Lyon. You?
Ruby Myers.
Your business in Hillcrest?
What are you, the local DA?
No, I'm just a guy with time on his hands.
I'm an advance agent.
Advance agent?
Ballyhoo. I nail up posters, hire a local hall, and I start the promotion and publicity going. It's really a man's job, but we women do it better.
Who are you publicizing?
Slugger Conlon, the middleweight prize fighter. Conlon's barnstorming, putting on exhibition bouts. He'll be here Friday night.
Well, what are you doing after working hours? Between now and Friday night.
Oh, I haven't thought about it yet. Got any suggestions?
Any? Sister, I got 1 million. Before the end of the week, we knew each other a whole lot better. Walks, dances, the movies. There was someone behind me, pushing me, as close to her as I could get.
You're as nervous as a cat tonight. What's eating you?
Nothing.
What are you doodling?
Doodling?
Yeah, you've been scribbling absent-mindedly for an hour. Well, let's see it. He will capture the jewel from the king. That's a funny doodle. What does it mean?
Oh, nothing. It's a line I read from a poem somewhere, maybe.
Ted.
What?
We gotta break it up after tonight. I'm somebody's girl.
In love with Slugger Conlon?
No.
Then why brush me off?
Well, I've got to. The king's crazy jealous of me. If he saw you around, there'd be murder.
Did you say the king? Did you call Slugger Conlon the king?
That's his nickname among friends. Well, what's wrong?
Nothing. Just the idea of losing you, that's all. Ruby.
Yeah?
Just came to me. Ruby is a precious jewel.
Oh, now you're making with the sweet talk again.
Come on, Jewel. Let's have a last dance before the king claims you. Capture the jewel from the king. Second clue in the prophecy had been right under my nose for a week, but I hadn't seen it. When Conlon came in one day ahead of his party, I was right there at the depot waiting for him. Ruby was back at the hotel, freshening up for her boyfriend. Slugger Conlon?
That's me, kid.
I'm Ted Lyon. I represent the town athletic committee. Welcome to Hillcrest.
Oh, thanks, kid. Where can I dig a shower, a steak, and a flop in this flea town?
My car's over there. Pile in. I'll drive you to a hotel.
Deal.
The town's all head up about the exhibition bout, King.
You know my nickname, huh? I've put on a show. Just everybody turn out, $1.65 a head. Hey, how far to town is it?
Another half mile.
What are you stopping?
Flat tire.
There's a break for you. I'm going to love this town. Well, where do you keep your jack?
Don't bother worrying about the jack, Conlon.
Hey, I don't see no flat. Say, what gives? What's the gun for?
You, King.
This a stick-up? Huh. I haven't got a plug nickel, kid.
Turn around.
Sure. But you won't find a son of me, I'll tell you.
The king was dead. I'd buried him in an abandoned quarry, baggage and all. His party arrived the next day. They stewed over why Slugger Conlon hadn't showed up, and then they left the following Monday. Nobody thought of making a search for him, checking with the railroad. Luck was with me. King had pulled more than one disappearing act before, and his crowd was used to it. The party left, but the jewel stayed. A week later, I married her.
Where we honeymoon, handsome?
In Highgate. We'll spend 7 days there, alone. Thirdly, after 7 days of darkness and want. There was only one way of interpreting the third clue in the prophecy. I closed Highgate to the world, and I settled down to 7 days of darkness and famine. It was slow agony. But without it, I'd never find the 4 keys. Without it, a lion could never sit with a ransom at his feet. At first, Ruby resisted. Soon she began to suspect that she'd married a crazy man.
Ted, I've got to get out of here.
You'll stick for 7 days.
No, not even 7 more minutes. I'm getting out of here right now.
You'll stick it out, I said. You'll stick it out if I have to chain you to the floor.
You're mad. You're crazy, raving mad.
No food, no daylight, just endless dark. But 7 days passed. I was ready for the next clue. He will fling a tarnished stone to the earth, and a flame in the sky will show him the 4 keys. Fling a tarnished stone into the earth. What did it mean? Ruby!
Oh, leave me alone. Leave me, darling.
Come outside, Ruby, into the daylight. Ruby, I'll make all this up to you. All this suffering, I swear I will, Ruby. I'll sit with a ransom at my feet, and you'll sit right beside me, and there'll be gold and trinkets.
No. You'll sit in the hot seat, and I'll sit 20 feet away with the witnesses, watching you burn.
What do you mean? Watching me burn?
I sat there starving with my body dying by inches, but my mind was alive. I could think. I figured out your lazy doodling and all your crazy recitations. He will capture a jewel from the king. I figured out what that meant.
You better stop talking, Ruby.
Try and stop me. King. Slugger Conlon. I know why he never showed up that night. You met him and killed him.
Ruby stood there, pale and beat up looking, accusing me. The clothes were ragged. She'd lived in them for 7 days and 7 nights. The hard illusion of beauty was gone. Hunger had aged her 7 years. The jewel had lost her sparkle. The tarnish of a misspent and wasted life was all over her.
He will fling a tarnished stone into the earth.
It was a voice behind me. The voice of someone whose hands were pushing me toward Ruby. Pushing me toward the fourth clue in the prophecy. It was old Daniel Zenger.
You're going to kill me.
Yes. I didn't know then, Ruby, that you were the jewel and the tarnished stone both. It's no use trying to resist, Ruby.
I'm too tired to resist.
My fingers on your throat for just a little while. It won't hurt. Too much. She hung limply in my arms, and I flung her to the earth. And then there was a flame in the sky, a lightning spear. It seemed to fix in the sky, pointing like an arrow on an illuminated map. The flame in the sky will show him the 4 keys. I followed the arrow across the countryside. There was a wind behind me, pushing me on. Old Daniel Zenger was behind me, driving me. I reached an ancient cemetery that was hidden in a lost valley. Then the flame was gone from the sky. And in front of me was a mausoleum. The date on its stone face read 1790. And under it was the family name, Keyes. The door was unlocked. I turned the knob and opened it. And the wind slammed it shut behind me. The iron door had a knob on the outside only. There was no knob on the inside. I'm in here now. Trapped. Too weak to move. Hearing voices.
And the winds will seal him from the wrath of the world.
The dead are all around me, waiting for me to close my eyes and join them. Waters, Connell, and Ruby. I'm in here to stay. There's a ransom at my feet. Gold coin. Trinkets that go back to the time of Queen Elizabeth and Sir Walter Raleigh. But the lights are going out for me. The jackpot I won. No good to me now. No good to me.
The lion will sit with a ransom at his feet, and the winds will seal him from the wrath of the world.
Now there's an industrious lion for you. He built his own cage. A pifflicated prophet named Pennypacker once said, lions in stone cages shouldn't throw predictions. What some fellas won't do for a buck. Kind of brings a moral popping out of a wide crack in my brain. If a dead ancestor cozies up to you, start traveling, Bob. Fan out on a horizontal line before all you can get is vertical transportation. Pleasant dreams.
Inner Sanctum has been brought to you through the facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio Service, the voice of information and education.
The story of Daniel Kittredge was submitted by a listener to this series, but it is only one of thousands of such stories that are brought to the attention of those who concern themselves with the world of the unknown. And so it takes its rightful place in that vast body of evidence drawn from the everyday lives of ordinary men. Evidence that the supernormal does occur in spite of those among us who would disbelieve.
In the Chicago police records for the month of August in the year 1925, one will find set down in a sober and routine report the testimony of one Henry Becker, intimate friend of Daniel Kittredge. On the night of August 12th, Mr. Becker visited Mr. Kittredge, and the two men sat talking of bygone days. And suddenly, at 12:27 by the clock on the mantel, Daniel Kittredge leaped to his feet and turned very pale.
My brother George. Something's happened to him, Henry. No, it may not be yet. If we hurry, we might still be able to help him. You've got your car out in front. Will you take me out to George's place? He's hurt, seriously hurt. If we leave right now, we may not be too late.
How could you possibly know all this? We've been sitting...
I just know it, that's all. I feel it. Now, come on, Henry, please.
Reluctantly, Henry Becker climbed into his car and drove Daniel Kittredge some 5 miles out to the apartment building where his brother lived. It was almost 1 o'clock when they finally reached their destination.
All right, Dan. Here we are.
It's too late now. George is dead. You go up, Henry. I just can't bring myself to do it.
Cursing himself for a fool, Henry Becker climbed the 3 flights of stairs to George Kittredge's apartment. He knocked on the door and waited. He knocked again. And then finally a door directly across the hall opened, and on the threshold stood a woman in a dressing gown.
Is he dead yet?
Is who dead yet?
The gentleman who lived there, Mr. Kittredge.
Why, I don't know. Why should he be dead?
Oh, well, I thought perhaps you were a member of the family. I thought you knew.
Knew what? What's this all about?
The poor man had a terrible accident about an hour ago. He came home, his wife was out, and he had no key. So he tried to climb in from the porch, but he fell. He fell all the way down and landed on a cement walk. Oh, it was horrible. He was still living when the ambulance took him away, but I'm sure he must be dead by now.
George Kittredge died in the Alexian Brothers Hospital shortly after he was admitted there. But the tragic news came as no surprise to his brother Daniel. Like so many other men whose relatives and friends have met a sudden death, he sensed the fact long before he had been informed of them. This, then, is a case like all the cases of its kind. A case incredible but true.
Lipton Tea and Lipton Soup present Inner Sanctum Mysteries, starring Wendy Barry. Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum. This is your host to welcome you through the squeaking door into a gay little world of homicidal maniacs, vampires, ghosts, werewolves, and assorted forms of sudden and gory death. Friends, if you ever walk through a cemetery at midnight and see a girl whose hair is on fire and is carrying her head under her arm, you know what to tell her, don't you? Just say, keep a cool head on your shoulders, Toots. And run like crazy.
I suppose you think that kind of advice will help her.
Why, of course, Mary. What else could you say to a girl whose hair is on fire? Wait, I know what you'd tell her. You'd say, my dear, why don't you cool off with a glass of Lipton's iced tea?
I declare, you sure think of Lipton's at the strangest times. But you know, folks, come to think about it, this is a strange time of year. The days are hot, and yet the nights are apt to be a bit chilly. Yes, this is the time when people keep cool with a refreshing pitcher of Lipton's iced tea while the sun's on the rampage, and then later, after sundown, a hot cup of Lipton seems to taste just right. And do you know the reason why Lipton's, hot or iced, is always so welcome and satisfying? Well, it's because Lipton's has that famous brisk flavor. That word brisk, B-R-I-S-K, means that Lipton tea tastes fresh and full-bodied. It's never flat or wishy-washy. That's right, folks. You just don't know how good tea can be till you've tried Lipton's.
And now, friends, get ready to try a new kind of Inner Sanctum story. It's called The Murder Prophet, and it's an original radio play by Milton Lewis, who copied it from a tombstone. Yes, and our star tonight is that glamorous Hollywood movie star, Wendy Barry, who plays the role of Claudia Dale. All right. Clear the floor and give your flesh room to creep. Ready? Now let's hear Claudia tell us the story in her own words.
At exactly midnight, I saw him for the first time. My headlights picked him up when he hailed me along a lonely stretch of road near my home. I wouldn't have stopped, but the storm was so fierce, I felt sorry for him. I drew up to the side of the road.
Thank you.
Going far?
No, not far.
Where to?
I'll let you know.
Oh, what's that?
Where?
There on the side.
Tombstone.
Oh, there's a cemetery where I picked you up.
Yes, Birch Lawn.
Cigarette?
No, thank you. I don't smoke.
He said nothing for a few minutes. In the reflection of the dashboard light, I saw his face for the first time. Sunken eyes, hollow cheeks, mouth set in a queer grin, a skull, barely covered with a thin layer of milk-white flesh. With a start, I realized he was staring at me.
I've seen you before.
Oh, I don't think we've met.
No, I know you.
Are you sure?
Yes. I would never forget someone so beautiful.
Oh, really?
You're Claudia Dale.
Why, yes.
You're married to Howard Dale.
That's right. But I don't seem to place you.
No, you wouldn't. I know quite a lot about you.
Do you really?
Your first husband was Willard Banks.
How did you know that?
He died 8 years ago, a suicide.
Who are you?
You don't know me. Be careful, you're speeding.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
You're trembling.
How do you know so much about me?
I just know.
Oh, really? I suppose you have second sight or some such rubbish.
It is not rubbish.
Then tell me where I'm coming from.
Pittsfield.
You guessed.
You went there to visit a sick friend, Martha Wollston.
But you couldn't guess that.
You're going too fast. You're losing control.
No, I'm not. I'm quite all right. I can go fast if I choose to. I shall go as fast as I wish.
Would you care to know more of yourself?
No, I do not find your little trick particularly amusing. Besides, What else do you think you can tell me about myself?
Your future.
Nonsense.
Your husband is dead.
Howard?
Murdered.
Oh, you're lying.
You'll find his body on the floor near the piano of your living room when you get home. There are 2 bullets in his head.
Get out of here. Get out of this car. Get out, you hear me? Get out!
Very well. It happens that this is where I wish to go. Good night, and thank you, Mrs. Dale.
He vanished into the shadows on the side of the road. And then I noticed something white and shining queerly in the spot where he disappeared. I looked closely. It was another tombstone in another cemetery. I raced madly for home, fighting the hysteria that seized me. The nightlight was burning in the living room. It couldn't be true. Howard would take me in his arms and kiss me when I stepped into the house. I rang the bell. No answer. Somehow I managed to get the key in the lock. I ran into the living room.
Don't move.
Oh, who is it?
Right behind you. I've got a gun.
Oh, a gun.
Do it in the body.
Who are you?
Turn around.
Oh, you murdered
Keep
him.
quiet.
Oh, don't come near me.
Sit down.
Don't touch me.
I said sit down.
Oh.
Sorry I had to slap you. But you're losing control. You don't have to scream for the police. Here's my badge.
You?
Detective Sergeant Quinn. Homicide.
Oh, well, I thought you were...
Yes, I know. Drink this.
Thanks.
Feel better?
Yeah, much.
Who is he?
My husband.
Sure?
Positive. When was he killed?
About 20 hours ago. 4 yesterday morning.
How do you know?
One of the bullets went wild. Hit that clock on the mantel. Where were you yesterday morning?
Pittsfield. I stayed with a sick friend, Martha Wallstone.
Here, look at these things. I took them out of his pocket. They all his?
Yes. Where's the snake ring?
There were no rings.
But he had one. It was quite valuable. He was never without it. I gave it to him.
All right, now look. Did he wear it on the third finger of his left hand?
Yes.
There's a mark, but no ring.
When did you come here?
I drove in behind you. You left the front door open.
I think I know who killed him.
Who?
A man I met on the road coming here. He knew my husband had been murdered.
You did, huh?
He even said his body would be near the piano.
When did you see this guy?
Oh, 10, 20 minutes ago. Picked him up on the road.
Where?
At Birch Lawn Cemetery.
Where'd you drop him?
At another cemetery near here. He seemed to walk behind one of the tombstones. Oh, I know it sounds mad, but it happened just as I said.
What's his name?
I don't know. But he looked like a human cadaver. Like a man who's dead and... Oh, you don't believe me.
Why'd you kill your husband?
What? What are you saying?
You heard me.
Well, I told you I was in Pittsfield.
Why'd you go there?
Martha was ill.
Were you there at 4 yesterday morning?
Well, of course.
Don't lie.
Stop shouting at me. I told you who killed him. What are you trying to do to me? Isn't it enough to come home and find Howard like that without you trying to... Oh, in heaven's name, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Not a scotch, lady?
No, thanks. Here, keep the change. I'm leaving.
Sit down, Mrs. Dale. Don't go yet.
You?
Yes. Won't you please sit down?
Yes.
Didn't expect to find you here.
Nor I you.
Are they making it difficult?
It's a nightmare.
You told them about me?
Yes.
You shouldn't have. They wouldn't understand.
Did you kill him?
Would you care for another drink, Mrs. Dale?
No. Who are you?
I'll tell you later.
Why'd you come here?
To talk to you. I knew I'd find you here.
Yes, you knew.
You're not so skeptical now.
No. What did you want to tell me?
That you are the most beautiful woman I have ever seen and that I love you. I've loved you since I first saw you 7 years ago. When you came here to live with your husband.
Is that why you...
Why I killed him? Is that what you meant to say?
Yes.
I'm not an ordinary man, Mrs. Dale, but I'm not a fool. Now, on this card, you'll find my name, address, and telephone.
Do you really believe I'd phone you?
Yes. There will come a time when you shall want love. Good night, Mrs. Dale.
Good night. Hello? Operator, get me police headquarters and hurry, please.
Yes?
That's him, Detective Quinn. That's Garth Dragman.
Thank you, Mrs. Dale. Do you mind coming down to headquarters, Mr. Dragman?
Not at all. Did she tell you that I murdered her husband?
Yes.
I thought she would. I'm not angry, Mrs. Dale, and what I told you earlier this evening still goes. I'll come along right now, Mr. Quinn.
I didn't sleep a wink that night. Twice I got out of bed and drove to police headquarters. The lights were blazing in Quinn's office. I went in the third time. I couldn't bear waiting.
Oh, Miss Dale.
Well?
Glad you stopped by. We checked everything Dragman said. Seemed he was in the same bar and grill where you met him tonight when your husband was killed.
You believed him?
Naturally. Bartender and several regular customers backed up a story. Seems they all left together after the place was closed to play poker.
Well, what about the things he said to me in the car? How could he know about the murder before you or I?
That I don't know. Perhaps he does, if second sight. Odd-looking fellow, isn't he? You can't arrest a man for murder because of that.
He's criminally insane, I tell you. I know he is.
My dear Mrs. Dale.
Oh. What's the use? I loved Howard. I loved him to the point of insanity. Otherwise, there was no accounting for the things I did when I left police headquarters. I was determined to find the man who murdered my husband. It was towards dawn when I made up my mind what to do. I went to Garth Dragman's home. I was about to ring the doorbell when...
Don't ring, Mrs. Dale. The door is open. Come in.
You were expecting me?
Yes, I was expecting you. Do you still think that I killed him?
I don't know what to think anymore.
Do you want me to find the person who murdered him?
Yes, more than anything in the whole world.
See, I have strange gifts, Mrs. Dale. And I do believe I understand the mind of a criminal. That mad impulse to crime, that strange, twisted desire to take a living being, a creature of arrogance and power, and make it a corroding, lifeless mass of flesh fit for worms.
Oh.
You're shocked? Crime is a shocking, evil thing. And only a man with the brain of a genius can succeed at it. And only a man with a greater brain can trap a successful criminal. I'll find your murderer for you, Mrs. Dale, on one condition.
What's that?
That you marry me.
I felt my body turn to ice. I knew I was talking to a madman. I was sure I was talking to the man who'd murdered my husband.
Oh, shucks. It's not so hard to predict a murder. I can do it. It's easy. I predict that there'll be at least one murder every week on Inner Sanctum.
Good gracious, yes. You might say it's worth a character's life to appear on this program.
Oh, don't feel sorry for them, Mary. Don't forget they can always make a comeback as a ghost on next week's show. In fact, I predict that Claudia's husband will be around one of these Tuesdays.
All right, now it's my turn to make a prediction. And I predict that during the coming fall and winter, more people will drink Lipton tea than any other brand.
Oh, you said that last year.
Yes, and it came true then just as it will now. Folks just naturally seem to prefer Lipton's. If you'd ask a tea expert to explain this preference, he'd say it's because Lipton's has a brisk flavor. You see, that word brisk, B-R-I-S-K, is a technical word. Brisk means that Lipton tea always tastes fresh and tangy. Yes, full-bodied and vigorous, never flat or insipid. So, folks, even if you're not a regular tea drinker, you should try Lipton's. That brisk flavor makes all the difference in the world.
All right. Let's get back to the other world now. The world of creeping, crawling horrors. I'll bet you think that Garth Dragman can't really foretell murders. Or do you think that Claudia doesn't have the courage to trap this homicidal Romeo? Or is he the killer? We'll let our star, Wendy Barry, in the role of Claudia, tell you. Go ahead, Claudia. Shock him into the shakes.
2 weeks later, I married Garth Dragman. He was the strangest man I ever knew. He would disappear for days at a time, and then suddenly turn up without warning. He had all the money he wanted, yet I never knew where it came from. There was a closet in his room which was always kept locked and bolted. I knew from the way he acted about it that the closet contained the answer to all the things I wanted to know about him. One night while he was away, I obtained tools and tried to force the lock.
Good evening, Claudia.
Oh, Garth.
You didn't expect me back, did you?
No,
I knew you'd try to open that closet someday.
Well, why do you keep it locked?
So that no one but myself shall know what's in there.
Not even I?
You in particular.
But, Garth,
You'll not attempt to open it again, will you, Claudia?
No.
Forgive me for striking you. I'm not quite myself tonight. I sometimes do things I regret when these moods come upon me.
He sat down. He seemed terribly exhausted, completely spent. But there was a strange, wild light in his eyes. He seemed like a man intoxicated with some strange drug that few men know the taste of.
You do forgive me, don't you, Claudia?
Yes, of course.
See, it's something that few people know, Claudia, but a person who has extraordinary powers carries an extraordinary burden.
You mean your gift of prophecy?
Yes, I didn't want to mention it. It seems to upset you so.
It doesn't frighten me any longer.
Did you read in the newspaper about a woman's body being found in the river? She'd been murdered, garroted.
Yes, it was in this evening's paper. They don't know who she is.
I can tell you who she is. Josephine Ford. A stupid girl, Claudia. I could have told you that she'd been murdered 3 days ago.
How do you know these things?
Because I see them. Sort of vision. Now I'm seeing another vision. It's a house, 346 Harbor Street. Near the waterfront. A young woman lies in bed reading. She's very attractive. In an hour, she'll be dead. When the police come, they'll find her body decapitated. The criminal did this to destroy her identity.
But who is the criminal?
What difference does it make? He'll never be caught.
Garth, while you were gone, Martha Wallstone telephoned. She's ill again.
Oh.
She asked me to come up immediately.
Why didn't you go?
Well, I was waiting for you to get home before I left.
You want to leave immediately?
If you don't mind. It's really an emergency.
You may go, Claudia. I shall go to sleep. I'm extremely tired.
It took only a few minutes to get to the waterfront. I found the house at 346 Harbor Street. I went in. The lamp in the bedroom was burning. I looked at the bed. I fainted.
Hey, Mrs. Dale. Think you can sit up now?
Detective Quinn.
Yes. Hardly expected to find you here.
I came because Garth Dragman predicted this would happen.
Oh, Mrs. Dale.
You still don't believe me?
You're a strange woman, all right. You accused this man of killing your husband, and then you married him. I suppose you're going to accuse him of this murder, too.
Yes, this and heaven only knows how many others.
Mrs. Dale, do you realize that you haven't got a single piece of evidence to back up your contention?
I'll get the evidence tonight. Will you let me have a gun?
No.
Will you be near my house? I'll need protection.
Oh, after all.
What must I do to convince you what he is? I've risked my own life. I'm willing to risk it again. He's a monster. You're going to wait until he murders me before you believe what I say.
All right. I'll give it a try. I'll come back to your house with you. If you want me for an emergency, smash the window pane.
We drove back together. I dropped Detective Quinn on the corner. The house seemed deserted when I came in, but I wasn't taking any chances. I went to the kitchen, got a knife, hid it in the folds of the long-sleeved gown I was wearing. I went into Garth's room. He wasn't there, but the closet door was open. What I saw in there nearly made me ill. Clothes. Garth's clothes. Some of them soaked in blood. I forced myself to examine them. Then I found something that made my heart beat faster. A little jewelry case.
I'll take that, Claudia.
Oh, Garth.
Give me that jewelry case,
Oh, no.
please.
No, don't take it.
Thank you.
Garth.
Get away from that window, Claudia. Go on.
Oh, don't shoot, Garth.
You were so anxious to see what's in that closet. Well, now you have. And perhaps you'd like to see the latest addition to my collection. It's in this box.
That box.
Yes, Claudia. A hat box.
Garth!
Sit down, Claudia.
What are you going to do?
Tell you who killed your husband.
You?
No. You.
You're insane.
I've written out a confession for you to sign.
What'll happen if I don't sign it?
Well, I credited you with more imagination. Would you like to hear it?
Yes. Yes, read it, please.
Sit over here, away from that window.
Yes.
I, Claudia Dale, murdered my first husband, Willard Banks, for his insurance by administering poison.
My first husband?
Yes, Claudia. See, I mean to make this document strong enough to send you to your death if I wish. I've got all the details here, just how you murdered your first husband, how you killed your second. Shall I go on?
No. You know it's all a lie.
Will you sign it?
Of course not. Just what is your game, anyway? If you want to kill me, why don't you shoot? You've been very successful before. There's no reason you shouldn't succeed again. Go on, shoot.
You put me in a very difficult position, Claudia. You see, you have found out certain things about me. Things that could cost me my life. I will not tell you again to get away from that window, Claudia. I should prefer to see you live because I love you. But I shouldn't hesitate to murder you.
You love me?
Yes.
You haven't taken me in your arms once since I know you.
The right time had not arrived.
What do you consider the right time?
When I feel that you understand me. When I feel that you, who murdered two men, understand the deep and strange cravings and desires that race in my blood.
You really believe I'm a murderess?
Of course. That's why I love you.
Then the time is now.
The time?
To take me in your arms.
Claudia.
He still held the gun. He wasn't more than 2 inches from me. I turned my lips up to him. I twisted my body to get out of the range of his revolver. When I felt his lips touch mine, I slowly let the knife slip into my hand. Slowly, caressingly, I drew my hand up towards his neck. Then I plunged the blade in.
Claudia!
Detective Quinn! Hurry!
I'm coming. What happened?
I killed him. And here's the proof that he murdered my husband. I found it in the jewelry case he had in his pocket. It's the snake ring that was missing from my husband's body. Now do you believe me? That's the whole story. I realize that you, as the district attorney, must know all the facts. There they are.
Thank you. There are a few points in the story that interest me particularly. First, the confession that he asked you to sign.
What about it?
The confession says that you went out in Pittsfield at 4 a.m. when your husband was killed. You gave your friend Martha Wallstone a sleeping pill, drove her down here, shot your husband, drove back to Pittsfield, turned Miss Wallstone's bedside clock to 4:15 and wakened her. And you gave her the medicine. She thought it was 4:15 and went back to sleep.
Garth was very clever at things like that. He had extraordinary brilliance of the insane.
And just one question. Was that the way you murdered Howard Dale?
I? Oh, but Garth murdered him. The ring proves it.
You never had the ring. You put it in the jewelry box.
I can't believe what you say. Garth was a homicidal maniac. He predicted the death of the people he murdered.
My dear woman, don't you know yet?
Know what?
Garth Dragman was a detective working out of my office. That's how he knew about those deaths. He was put on the case because we suspected you of murdering your first husband as well as your second.
A detective?
Yes. And you're going to die for killing him. It's extremely daring and clever of you to murder him. But you never would have gotten away with it if he hadn't kissed you. He kissed you because he fell in love with you. That poor fool.
Well, friends, that just goes to prove that you should never pick up hitchhikers who come out of cemeteries at midnight. And I bet you've guessed the moral for our story. It's taken from a famous quotation that Harry the Hangman uttered during a nightmare. Never steal the rings of people you murder, On account of that's robbery.
My goodness, you call that immoral. That's one of the most immoral things I've ever heard you say.
All right, Mary, I'll take it back. Now, here's one you really like. There's many a slip twixt the cup and the Lipton. That's why teaspoons were invented.
That's very clever. But I guess the reason they're called teaspoons is because people drink tea so many times during the day. Yes, folks enjoy that brisk Lipton tea not just at mealtime, but between meals as well, such as when friends drop in for a visit. That's why it's a good idea always to keep a good supply on hand. So, folks, ask for Lipton tea in the larger, more economical size packages.
And now here's a cheerful little thought. You can let a man murder you once, but you'd have to be a stiff to let him do it again. Oh, by the way, this month's Inner Sanctum mystery novel is Puzzle for Wantons by Patrick Quentin. Yes, and next week's Inner Sanctum story, directed by Hyman Brown and brought to you by Lipton Tea and Lipton Soup. Next week's story is about a woman with canary yellow eyes, murderous eyes. Everyone she looks at, she wants to kill. And you know what? She keeps a harpoon in her house. Well, well, you never know what's going to harpoon next. And now I'm afraid it's time to close the squeaking door. So, good night. Pleasant dreams.
Folks, it's wonderful how little time cooking takes these days. Now, when I was a girl, my mother used to spend half a day making a pot of chicken noodle soup. But now we have Lipton's noodle soup mix. And when you use Lipton's, you just empty the contents of the package into boiling water, and in no time at all, soup's on. And what delicious chickeny tasting soup it is. Yes, Lipton's has an old-fashioned homemade flavor, and it's brim full of tender golden egg noodles. So, folks, don't forget to ask for Lipton's Noodle Soup. And don't forget to tune in next Tuesday night for another Inner Sanctum mystery.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The work of the great Dr. Sigmund Freud centered the attention of the whole scientific world on the subject of dreams. It is not surprising, therefore, that one of Freud's fellow psychologists, Dr. Ignaz Jesauers, should have made a hobby of collecting and recording strange dreams which were imparted to him during his years of practice in Old Vienna. What is surprising, however, is that in the doctor's collection, there is at least one dream which no psychiatric theory can account for. A dream that defies the very premises of Freudianism itself.
The rain fell steadily on the streets of Amsterdam. Hendrik Vandermoon, a member of the Amsterdam police force, drew the collar of his coat around his neck and shuddered as he lingered at the canal bridge, fascinated by the ripple of the raindrops in the water below him.
Mein Gott, a man in the water, and he is bound and gagged.
Early the following morning, in the little town of Lochel, Switzerland, one Gustav Mertz, who was both the police chief of Lochel and also its police force, read a telegram in the privacy of his office.
Identified him as Jacob Dauer, a watchmaker of your village. Was still alive when rescued from the Amsterdam Canal, but had been bound and gagged and severely beaten. Died without regaining consciousness. Obviously a victim of murder.
Later that morning, young Rudolf Bauer, son of the late Jacob Bauer, received a call from Police Chief Gustav Mertz.
My father? Dead? Murdered, Rudolph. He went to Amsterdam on business, I suppose?
Yes. To buy materials.
He had enemies there?
Why, no. He scarcely knew anyone in Amsterdam.
And here in Lochel?
Well, no. Unless you would call Ulrich Tobler an enemy. He owed father a good deal of money. He refused to pay him. It made father very angry. At least it used to. A few weeks ago, father stopped talking about it. It was almost as if for some reason, he was afraid of Ulrich Tobler.
It was not until 2 days later when he was going through the deceased's personal papers, that Gustav Mertz found out why the watchmaker had grown afraid of his neighbor Ulrich Tobler. That was when he found the record of the dream. It was carefully written down in Jakob Bauer's neat, sturdy hand.
If I had had this dream only once, I would not bother to set it down. But it has come to me not once, nor twice, nor even
3 times. 4 times in all I have had it. In the dream, I was arguing with Ulrich Tobler. I reminded him of the money he owed me, and I told him he must pay. But he refused and laughed at me. And then I grew very angry, and I said I would sue him. A very evil look came into his eyes, and he turned away. I, too, turned away. And then, before I could take a step, something struck me on the back of the head. I fell to the ground, and the next thing I knew, I could see myself, bound and gagged and bleeding. Around me there was nothing but a cold, wet blackness, for I had been thrown unconscious into the waters of a canal.
Yes, this was the dream that Jakob Bauer had written down a few days before he died. Can such a dream be classified in the Freudian manner as the mere expression of a subconscious fear or desire? Must it not rather be accepted as a prophecy incredible but true?
Good evening, friends. This is your host to welcome you through the creaking door into the inner sanctum. Come in, come in. I've been reading my fan mail. Huh? Oh, sure, I get lots of it. Delivered in a hearse every morning. One lonely heart writes, "Despite your sinister voice, you strike me as a fine gentleman and a homebody. I am companionable, good-natured, unmarried, and I've been hardly dead a year. Won't you please exchange photographs, signed Lonesome?" Did somebody say the lady spook out of turn?
Tonight's Inner Sanctum Mystery, The Devil's Fortune, was written by John Robert and stars Carl Swenson in the role of Tracy with Charles Irving as McNamara.
And now for tonight's chaos. In the deep hinterland of Mexico, on the ground level over a mine shaft, a ceremony is being performed by a frightened group of men. A ceremony of fear. Drums beat, and a roaring fire licks at the night sky. Underground in the mine called El Fortuna Diablo, the Devil's Fortune, floodwaters rise slowly to choke off all life in the shaft. Clinging to the elevation of a ledge, trapped and at bay, with the waters lapping at his ankles, is a young man. His expression is desperate as he fires a gun into the subterranean shadows at an unseen target.
Give me a break, Mac. I got a right to live.
You're wasting bullets, Tracy. You better come out with your hands up or drown. I'm waiting just around the alley.
Yeah, with your gun cocked, ready to shoot me down.
Just waiting. Take all the time you need making up your mind, Tracy. Choose the way you want to die.
Choose the way I want to die. Mac will get me even if it costs him his own life. Mac happened to me in a furnished room across the border in El Paso. I came out of a stupor one morning, opened my eyes blearily, and there was Big Mac sitting on a chair. Hey, who are you, mister?
Never mind, kid. Right now, you're more interested in the third man in the room.
Third man?
Over there, propped in the corner, with a knife stuck in his chest.
Why?
Recognize him?
Yeah, sure. Coombs. We were making the rounds together last night. Who killed him?
You did. Check the knife. See if it's yours. I'll give you the details, kid.
At about 2 a.m., you got into a quarrel with Coombs outside the Hotel Navajo. I happened to be around, taking it all in. You're a mining engineer, but you haven't worked in a year. You were stewing over your hard luck. You took it out on Coombs.
It's hard to believe that...
Take the corpse's pulse, and then believe it. You blacked out, and I hustled you both up here.
Why?
To give you a choice. Either I call the cops, or the three of us go for a ride. We'll dump Coombs somewhere, and then the two of us push on into the interior of Mexico. Is it a deal?
Why are you helping me? What's in it for you, Mr.
McNamara. You're a crack mine engineer. I need a crack mine engineer that I can trust. Your knife in Coombs means I can trust you anytime, anywhere.
We dumped Coombs, and 2 days later we were 500 miles inside Mexico. Mac?
Huh?
I've been thinking. That story that you palmed off on me about Coombs. You stuck that knife in him.
Maybe. But you'll never be able to prove it now.
Mac, you're crazy.
And you're soft. Soft and sentimental. The world's an anthill. Knifing Coombs was like stepping on an ant. Get tough, Tracy. Think big.
How big?
This big. I've got a map here. Yeah. Read off the name.
El Fortuno Diablo.
An abandoned gold mine just outside a native village called Alicante. All boxed in and boarded up. Hasn't been worked in 20 years. A fortune's been laying around begging for takers.
Well, why hasn't anybody worked the mine?
Fright. They're all petrified with fright. From the owner, a chump named Parento, right on down the line to everybody in town. There's a legend about the mine that scares them. The devil is supposed to make his headquarters there.
Hey, the map is spotted with blood. Whose blood is that, Mac?
The chump who had the map previous to me. Called himself Klondike. He lay there drooling over the map, whispering to himself about El Fortuno Diablo. Week in and week out, month after month, I listened to Klondike whispering to himself.
Lay there? Lay where, Mac?
I had to break his hand open to get the map out of his fingers.
Where were you, Mac?
I'll tell you sometime, Tracy. Sometime when you get out of line, maybe, you'll wish I hadn't told you.
We reached Alicante, a bleak, backward village, where civilization came trickling in slowly by donkey cart over narrow mountain passes.
From here on, kid, watch me operate.
How are you going to get El Fortuno Diablo?
Steal it. We steal the mine from a Senor Parento, that owner I told you about. It's all fixed. Tonight, Parento's being told the hoodoo is off the mine, and that he's a dope not to cut me in as a partner and start operating El Fortuno Diablo full blast.
Who's telling all this to Parento?
The one guy he'll listen to and believe. What passes for the village wise man in these parts? A joker named Montesano. Montesano has this town organized, like Al Capone used to operate in Cicero. Everybody's scared not to listen to Montesano.
Well, why will Montesano play ball with you?
A gun in his ribs and $500 in his palm. Just you watch how Montesano plays ball.
I watched Montesano bat a home run for McNamara. We were in a room with Montesano, Parento, and a sharp-nosed fella named Salvador. Salvador acted as a sort of bodyguard, advisor, and local technical expert to Parento.
You will work the mine, Parento. You and the Senor McNamara.
Boy, they're legenda del diablo.
The curse is no more. When your father was killed, he put the 20-year curse on El Fortuno Diablo. And now the time is over.
Boy, the mine. They will not work the mine. In all Alicante, I can find nobody to work the mine.
You will tell everybody in Alicante and in the mountains that Montesano say it is good to work the mine.
Machinery trickled in by cart over the mountain passes. Fearful workers grumblingly responded to Montesano's call. The shafts were rebuilt, and the mine began operating. At the end of the first week, McNamara played his trump card. He stole the mine. It was Sunday, the day off. Parento and his man Salvador had just left a conference with Mac. Mac was laughing. The kind of laugh that meant he was grinding his heels into an anthill again.
Happy days, Tracy.
You've pushed your master plan another foot forward, huh?
Oh, my old Tracy. Take a gander at this. It's a contract for purchase. For $1 and other valuable considerations, Parento signs the whole mine over to Mr. McNamara.
Parento signed this?
He did. But he thought he was signing a requisition for supplies from Tampico. I pulled the old document switch on him.
Mac, that's an outright steal. Parento will call you a liar and a thief.
He'll never get that chance, Tracy.
Mac, what are you up to with Parento?
Parento and his stooge, Salvador, have just gone into the mine for an administrative look-around. At my suggestion. And, Tracy, I've got a hunch they're going to meet up with that El Diablo.
Mac, what have you done?
Those other valuable considerations I gave Parento. They were a couple of lunch boxes, packed nice and appetizing with chicken sandwiches and hot drinks. In just 1 minute, I'm going to pull the steam whistle cord so that Parento and Salvador get the idea that it's noontime and they're hungry. Mm-hmm. Minute's up.
Mac, what's the connection? What if lunchboxes go... Mac!
Now you're smartening up, kid. The box is open on a wire like a booby trap. Reach for a sandwich and smoke gets in your eye.
Mac, I'm not going to let you blow up.
Freeze, chump. This is a gun in your ribs. Hey. If you're itching to throw in with Parento and Salvador...
Mac!
Parento and Salvador got hungry. Now we're really in the mining business, Tracy. Big.
When the bodies came out of El Fortuno Diablo, Mac and I were out walking. The idea was the Sunday explosions happened mysteriously while we were away. That night at the hospital, I talked to the local doc.
Poor Parento. We didn't even find enough of him to make a decent burial.
Oh. Blown to bits. And Salvador?
Well, with Salvador, it was a miracle, Senor Tracy. Salvador lives, but not his face. Now, when the bandages come off one day, it will not be the face of the Salvador we knew. Just like his mind, poor Salvador left his face behind him in El Fortuno Diablo.
Parento blown to bits and Salvador with his head swathed in bandages. McNamara's master plan was going great. Now the mine worked full blast, round the clock, day and night. Montesano was on hand when needed, telling everybody the hex was off, keeping the men in line for Mac. The men were working overtime, but so was the accident emergency bell connecting the shaft to the shack we supervised from. The bell meant an injury, or worse.
Tracy, if it's another casualty, I'll fry somebody in oil. We're running a mining operation, not a hospital.
It wasn't a hospital case this time. There was a case for the coroner. In the mine shaft, face upward, with his eyes fixed and unwinking, lay a miner, Miguelito.
All of a sudden, Señores Miguelito, he let out a cry and dropped to the ground. I live 1,000 años and I never forget Miguelito's cry.
What killed him, Tracy?
Well, nothing apparent, Mac. No wound, nothing. Shock, I'd say, from the look on his face.
It was El Diablo. El Diablo come before Miguelito. His face is black and standing from the side of his head, I see horns.
Not that line of talk, Manuelo. You're scaring the men. And scared men don't mind gold.
Senor McNamara, is it true? It was the devil who come before Miguelito. See? Look there to the ground. El Diablo left his footprints.
We looked, and there, clearly defined in the soft dirt, was a print. A hoof print.
Mac, it's a hoof. It's a cloven hoof.
Tracy, so help me if you blow your top in front of the men.
Miguelito had a heart attack, men. He was just a kid, not up to being a minor. Now everybody back to work.
The men went back to mining for gold. And the emergency bell kept ringing.
Tracy.
Yes?
Go fetch that Alicante wise man. Tell Montesano the men need another spiel about how the devil has called it quits and the hoodoo's off the mine.
Has the devil called quits, Mac?
Tracy, you blow your top and I'll blow your head off. I'm here to mine gold. If I have to kill every mother's son of yours and work the mine myself.
How do you explain the 4 murdered men, then?
Bad hearts, the 24-hour shift. Maybe the men got to brawling among themselves down there. It's easier to blame a killing on the devil than face a murder rap. Now what?
That's the fire bell. Fire, Mac. Another omen of disaster. Your gold mine is going up in smoke. The mine was a raging inferno. Mac ran around like a wild man, barking orders, working with superhuman energy.
Manuelo, get that equipment going. Beat the fireman and I'll double everybody's pay.
Hey, I saw
You let the fire get out of control and lose the mine, and I'll sing every living one of you a farewell lullaby with this.
Mac was threatening them with a sample submachine gun spray. He meant mass murder, and the men knew it.
Yeah, you're slowing up, man. Maybe a little music will give you more inspiration.
It was an impossible task, but the men got the fire out.
Tracy.
Yes?
About those hoof prints around the mine. The cloven hoof. I've been giving it a lot of thought.
I thought those things didn't bother you.
Not like they bother you, chump. They bother me another way. To me, it's a gimmick. And I get nervous if I can't figure out how a gimmick operates.
A gimmick? I don't get you.
We'll take a walk tonight, the 2 of us. And I'll show you what I figured out. I've been playing timekeeper to the devil for a week now. Clocking him in and clocking him out.
We took that walk with the wind at our back. We hauled up outside a deserted mud house, located halfway between El Fortuno Diablo and the town.
According to my timepiece, the devil is 2 minutes late.
Mac, you're not making sense.
Now, have yourself a look at the devil, Tracy.
The devil was walking stealthily toward the door of the mud house. He looked just like Manuelo had described him. Black from head to foot, horns rising from his skull, and feet formed into hooves. We watched him enter the house.
Tracy, you've seen the devil before your time. Now we scram as quiet as we can get.
Mac, what does it mean?
It's a gimmick. And a smart cookie's got a monopoly on it. Scare the bejabers out of everybody, knock heads together, knock a few guys off, and then sell protection. I watched Capone work that gimmick in Cicero once. I'm being sold protection.
Yeah, but who?
One guess, chump.
Montesano.
Yeah, Montesano in his costume getup. Montesano tells the men the hex is off El Fortuno Diablo for a fee. And then scares them all over again and gets me to cough up some more.
And you're letting him get away with it?
Sure. I'm not letting him on yet. I like a man who thinks big, like friend Montesano. Besides, the men listen to him. And I'm still here to mine gold.
Mac was there to mine gold one way or another at any cost. But he wasn't going to get any gold.
What's the story of the sampling, Tracy?
You're not getting any gold. All El Fortuno Diablo has for you is this. Salt. You haven't got a gold mine, Mac. You've got a salt mine.
You keep the report under your hat, Tracy. Mine operations will go on exactly as they are.
It's crazy. The salt isn't worth the transportation.
We're not mining salt. We're mining for gold.
Mac, there isn't a grain of gold, I tell you.
We're mining for gold, Tracy. For a year, I lay on my back watching Klondike drool over that map, listening to him whisper about El Fortuno Diablo. For a year, strapped down tight so I couldn't move a muscle or wiggle a finger. But I could use my ears, Tracy, and my brain. We're mining gold. Gold, Tracy.
You lay on your back, Mac, strapped down. Where were you laying on your back?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
I told you once that maybe sometime you'd wish I hadn't told you. It was in the Meadowbrook Hospital for the criminally insane.
We were to continue mining for gold. A madman was intent on mining gold even if there wasn't any gold. A killer with the delusion that he'd picked up in an insane asylum was insisting on operations as usual. And the emergency bell rang as usual.
Senor Tracy, just now El Diablo was in the mine with my own eyes. I see him.
Who got it this time?
Montesano. El Diablo came up to the great Montesano and strangled him.
Montesano? It's impossible. Montesano was your Diablo.
Senor, what are you saying?
I don't know. I don't know anything. Manuelo.
Si, senor.
If you value your life, ride into the first town you can find that has anything like a police force. Get them here. Drag them here.
For what reason, senor?
McNamara's a crazy, cold-blooded murderer. You've all been working yourselves to death, digging for gold in a salt mine. You're all his prisoners, and any minute we'll all be his victims. Now hurry, Manuelo. Hurry!
Si, senor Tracy. Si.
Manuelo didn't get far. Mac stopped him outside. Then he came after me. I ran in panic into the mine. Here, in a trap. The waters are rising. Mac's around an L somewhere in the tunnel, waiting in ambush. And I have got a choice. Drown or meet Mac's bullets head on.
Tracy, your time's running out.
Mac, I got a right to live.
You blabbed to Manuelo, and he spread the word. I told you I came here to mine gold, and you blabbed to Manuelo.
There isn't any gold.
I worked my straps free at Meadowbrook and strangled Klondike to get that map. I shot up a Kansas bank to get the money to buy mining equipment. All that so I could mine gold. You hear, Tracy? Mine gold!
Mac! What happened, Mac?
Hit, Tracy? You got me.
Ah, liar! I didn't even fire. It's a trick. It's a trick to lure me out. Mac shot into the air to confuse me. He's there behind an L where I can't see him in ambush. Mac! Mac!
He cannot hear you, Senor Tracy. Mac, he's dead.
El Diablo. It's the devil standing there. Like Manuelo described him, black from head to floor with horns rising from his skull. How many devils are there around here? First Montesano, now you.
Montesano was a faker. He seized tribute. He do many things. Kill many men. I have come to know, senor, that there is no Diablo.
No devil? You're not standing there, huh?
But I am real, senor. Behind this face, I am Parento.
Parento? They couldn't even find enough of you for a decent burial.
It was Salvador they could not find. In the hospital, the doctor agreed that Parento will drive the devil from El Fortuno Diablo. And the police agree Parento will be their deputy.
You killed Montesano and McNamara?
Si, senor. What is so funny, senor?
McNamara. I was thinking of Mac's master plan. He never figured that booby trap he planted in your lunchbox would blow up in his face.
A porter in a gold-buying service once swept this crack into a refuse pile. Many a body loses his mind. Good thing Tracy came out of it all okay. What do you bet when he comes out of shock, he puts his diploma into hock? The way Mac framed him, I'd say Tracy was more engineered than engineered. So Montesano, the Al Capone of Alicante, got his unexpectedly. The only thing he'll collect from now on is dust. The greedy old devil. Good night. Pleasant dreams.
Inner Sanctum has been brought to you through the facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio Service, the voice of information and education.
So close are the ties of blood, we are rarely surprised when we hear of a man or a woman who has been saved from death by the courage and self-sacrifice of another member of the family. But when a double rescue takes place, and when the parties to it are thousands of miles apart, and neither one even aware of his role in it, then it is an incident which belongs in the chronicles of the strange and the incredible.
It was in the winter of 1940. The British submarine C-23 was at rest far beneath the surface of the water. And in his bunk, Officer Ian Scott lay fast asleep, dreaming. Somehow, he found himself in a munitions plant in London. In the room before him, a young girl was hard at work.
Why, it's Nell. It's my sister, Nell.
Scott came quickly up behind her, but then suddenly he stopped. The girl was no longer working. She was asleep, her head on the table. And near her, a thin tongue of flame was creeping closer and closer.
Good Lord. Fire. Nell, wake up. The plant's on fire.
In desperation, Scott seized her arm and shook it violently, and she raised her head. But just at that moment... Officer Scott awoke, the sound of the explosion still crashing in his ears. And now, as his mind cleared, he became aware of the air around him.
Petrol fumes. The whole submarine's filled with them. We've got to get to the surface or we're lost.
Around him, other members of the crew were lying in their bunks sleeping. As a result of the fumes, some had already slipped into a deep coma. But by shouting and shaking and slapping, Officer Scott managed to arouse 3 of them, and, working with maniacal speed, they brought the vessel to the surface, to the fresh, sweet, life-giving air.
You know, you chaps ought to be grateful to my sister Nell. If I hadn't dreamed about her, and if that explosion in my dream hadn't awakened me when it did, the whole lot of us would have been dead pigeons. You really ought to thank her.
It was another 2 months before Officer Scott did get home on leave. And among those who greeted him with greatest warmth was his sister Nell. For, as she said, not only was she glad to see him, but she had a very special reason to be grateful to him.
Grateful? What did I do?
Just saved my life, that's all. It was about 2 months ago. I was working at the plant. I got so sleepy I couldn't hold my head up. I left my table and went to the restroom and fell asleep. And I dreamed about you. You were lying in a submarine, and you looked as if you were dead. But you weren't really dead at all.
I was in a coma, perhaps?
Perhaps. Anyway, I tried to wake you, and I couldn't. And then there was a terrific explosion.
In your dream?
No, it was in the plant. I woke up and I found out that the whole filling shop, where I work, that it had been blown sky high. 36 women were killed. I'd have been one of them if I'd been working.
After that, Ian Scott told his sister of his own dream, of the role she had played in saving his life. And then the two of them stared at each other in blank amazement. For what theory can be offered to explain this remarkable coincidence? The mere fact that it occurred leads us to realize how scanty is the scientific knowledge which would make comprehensible stories such as this. Stories incredible but true.
He awoke for the third consecutive occasion at dawn, sweating and terrified, with the details of the dream vivid in his mind. His hands were clutching the simple iron frame of the bedstead above his head, and the dews of his night terror had soaked the linen of the bedding. His name was Farlow. He was a genius in his line, that of higher physics. He was also a friend and acquaintance of mine, and I believe it my duty to tell his story. Not that I know what it all means, but I do know that Farlow was not mad. And yet, why should a celebrated scientist be admitted at his own request as a private patient to Green Mansion for rest and observation? Green Mansion is, not to put too fine a point on it, a luxuriously appointed mental home. You see, my friend Farlow experienced a brand of mental torture that is perhaps greater than anything ever recorded. More terrible than anything dreamed up by the horror writers of the last 2 centuries. He traveled further than any other into the regions that lie beyond midnight.
Biotex, the new soak and pre-wash powder, presents Beyond Midnight by Michael McCabe.
Recently, I received a letter from Mrs. Myra Strawn. It was quite a lengthy letter and emphasized many of the points we've been making over the past month about Biotex. She said that when the product first came on the market, she and her daughters were a bit skeptical, but nevertheless decided to give it a go. And indeed, she is now most enthusiastic and a great supporter. She recommends it to neighbors and friends. Another letter from Mrs. J. Lake of Fruitflame Mines, Springs, said that she wished to congratulate the makers of Biotex and went on to say that she had 2 children, 6 and 7 years of age, and that her spin dryer was not able to cope with the stubborn stains of their play clothes. Well, nowadays, she soaks with Biotex overnight in cold water and finds her washing much whiter, and colored clothes are brighter and stain-free.
Farlow was an old friend of mine, and I have pieced the story together as it was told me, over a longish space of time, both from his own lips and from those of the superintendent, Dr. Sundquist, a psychiatrist of great sympathy and brilliance. It was a month or more after the onset of the dream that Farlow had written to tell me that he would appreciate a visit.
I didn't contact you before, Basil, because, well, you knew, of course, that I'd come into this place.
I knew, yes, the news is abroad, but only in the hands of trustworthy people, so...
No, I don't worry. I don't for one moment worry about... Basil, I want to tell you a story.
A story?
Yes. A story with, as yet, no end. Ah. You must forgive me in the telling of it if my thoughts aren't clear, if I ramble.
Yes, of course. I mean, what?
I've been having dreams. At least, I like to call them dreams.
Dreams?
Yes. I say dreams. They are all bits of one, the same dream. Let me try to begin at the beginning. This dream world is a place of terror and fear for me. I've tried to find the place. I've studied maps and atlases of the whole world, but I haven't found...
Yeah, but surely if it's a dream place...
No, wait. You'll see. Early one morning, about 1 o'clock, a month or so ago, perhaps it was 2 months, I don't know. This morning I came home very tired. I think perhaps I'd been overdoing things in the laboratory. Of course I worked too hard. What physicist doesn't? I was hungry anyway, and I had rather a heavy meal. Nearly a pint of black coffee. Quite. And, of course, I didn't sleep. Not until nearly 3 o'clock. And I dreamed. But the thing is, although I know I was within a dream, I also knew I was awake. In this dream, I was cold, and I was in water. Shallow water. I knew that I was in deadly danger of my life. Or at least I had been. My mouth was soaked with moisture and salt. And then I felt sand between my toes, which were bare. I opened my eyes, and I found myself in the shallows of the wildest, bleakest shore I have ever seen. I was exhausted. And I started to drag myself up onto a long beach of sloping white sand. It was dawn. When I awoke, it was just 3:10. I know that the last time I'd looked at the clock before sleeping, if you can call it that, the time was only a minute or two before 3. And yet I know I had been away for hours.
Yes, but you know, you must do. The second or two in a dream must be, can be stretched.
To eternity, yes, I know, but I'm afraid it's not as easy as that. You see, I felt very frightened, and I switched on the light and got out of bed. And between my toes, there was sand, and my pajamas were soaked with cold, salt water. You can imagine how terrified I was. The situation is bizarre, unbelievable, and yet it is perfectly true. I'm not mad.
Frightening, I agree. But on the strength of a dream, why,
Not a dream, Basil, but many dreams. And in all of them, I am in the same place, upon that same shore, and I am progressing. Each time I dream a little longer, see more things. Good heaven. A week passed before I dreamed again. And then just as before, I found myself first in the water and then on the beach. I was coughing. I felt almost drowned. The vision went on even longer. The shore was wild and beautiful, and I knew it to be somewhere in the east. It was not the east as known today, but at a time of great antiquity. It was misty, and the sun came up through the mist. Somehow it seemed a younger sun than we know today. And then I awoke, came back, if you like, through the veil.
And this time were you...
I was wet with seawater, yes. My third dream began with me already lying on the beach. I'd somehow recovered from being in the sea. The sun was well up. I felt as if I'd been lying on the beach for at least 3 hours. In the fourth dream, the sun was higher still in the sky. It is like a cinema film projected over and over again. A little more of the action
film
is
happens
revealed each time.
I see.
I'm afraid, Basil, that you'll be supposing my sanity to be in question.
I have every belief in your sanity. Of that I assure you. I may continue to visit you?
I'm counting on it. I need you.
No other knows of the dreams?
Dr. Sundquist.
His reaction?
He's puzzled, of course, but very sympathetic.
I'll come again in 3 days.
Please do.
Of course, I was fully aware of my friend's fears. Not only did he feel his sanity to be suspect, if in fact he was journeying in or on some other plane, would he, during one of the dreams, fail to get back? Would he be lost from this 20th century world? I offered to stay with him in his room and watch. I was sure that Sonnenquist would agree to this, but Farlow would not agree. He said this might prevent him from returning. I think if any other man in the world had told me the story, I would be skeptical, perhaps even disbelieving. But from beginning to end, the frightening and bizarre climax, I believed him. I found him on my next visit considerably agitated.
The sequence is advancing faster now. But the terrifying thing is, when I awoke or became conscious in the dream, I was hardly more than damp. And I was a long way up the beach. But this isn't all. When I awoke here, in my room, my pajamas had gone. I was dressed differently. In some sort of open-neck blouse thing made from linen. And my lower half was covered in a pair of baggy pantaloons. What's happening to me, Basil? And are there two me's existing on different planes, or what? I fear I am traveling in these dreams towards some kind of fate, and I shall be able to do nothing to prevent it. When it happens, what will they find here in the bed, in this world, on my return?
I was prevented from seeing Farlow for almost 3 weeks. I had to leave the country on business. I cut short my trip, though, and hurried back because I, too, had a dream. No, nothing terrifying, just the common garden nightmare in which my friend Farlow was in dire straits. I went immediately to Green Mansion. Sonnenquist assured me that all was apparently well with the physicist, at least on the surface. And indeed, I found him quite calm and rational.
And the night before, nothing. I haven't dreamed for 2 nights. The last time was Friday. Basil, a week or so ago, Sonnenquist asked me if I thought it would be possible to bring something back from this dream world of the shore.
Sonnenquist asked you that?
Oh, you're surprised. Sonnenquist is taking this seriously.
And so am I assure you. Physicists of your reputation and standing do not tell fairy tales. Go on. The doctor said
the dreams have been averaging 3 a week, never more. Each time, each one's progressive. There's bright sun now in the dreams, and the waves are quite calm. And in the distance, I'm able to see the spires of some city.
Heavens. But you said you tried to bring something back. Were you successful?
Have you a cigarette?
Oh, of course, here. From a drawer, he took out something wrapped in white cloth. He brought it across to me and put it down on the table in front of me.
Have a look at this. It's all right. Don't be alarmed. There's nothing unpleasant.
I must confess my hand was a little unsteady as I unwrapped the cloth. What I had before me was a piece of reddish-colored rock, about 6 inches long and 3 wide, weighing perhaps a couple of pounds. You don't mean to say you actually brought this back from...
Yes, that's exactly what I do mean.
Have you had anyone look at this thing?
Smithers, one of the best geologists we've got. He was quite excited and puzzled, too. He places it at the time of Christ. He says it comes from the world of approximately 1960 years ago. What upset him, though, was the fact that there's been no weathering since. That piece of rock is as it was. Then. I have some whiskey here. Would you care for a...
Now, an effective spray-on furniture polish that gives a wax shine instantly. Johnson's Pledge. Just spray on, and your duster becomes a magnet. Picks up every speck of dust in seconds. Pledge dusts, cleans, deep waxes quickly, easily. And new, deeper wax formula Pledge will protect your furniture longer. Buy Johnson's Pledge aerosol today.
Soak, soak, that's all you have to do. Soak, soak, just for an hour or two you'll find things look as good as new when you use new Biotex.
Amazing new Biotex acts with a biological action to soak out the stubbornest stains and loosen dirt. New Biotex is great for all textiles and synthetics, whites and colors. It contains no bleach. Get amazing new Biotex today and let soaking do the washing.
Business again claimed me for several weeks soon after Farlow's incredible revelation. We kept in touch by letter, and I learned that there had been considerable progression in the dreams. He was dreaming them now 5 or 6 times a week. When I saw him again, his face was gaunt, his eyes bright and unnatural.
In this other place, I've forgotten all about my ordeal in the sea. I can see spires and turrets of the city quite clearly now. And strange as it may seem, I feel in the dream quite light-hearted. It's as if I should be there, as if I'm there for a purpose. I know the name of the city. Emilion. How I know its name, I can't imagine. It's not in any modern atlas. I've searched and searched, heaven knows. It's a beautiful city. Each time these dreams come, I feel stronger and stronger. I've taken to running along the beach, splashing in and out of the water. I gaze at this distant city, which progressively draws nearer. It's a joyous city, shrouded in a rosy mist. It's like Mont Saint-Michel on a bright spring morning. Multiply Mont Saint-Michel 100-fold, and there you have Emilion. Next in my dreams, the banners. And more turrets of Emilion were seen. Across a vast stretch of foaming strand, more than a mile wide, which was stained all pink and gold with the light of the rising sun. And I knew that there was a woman in Emilion who was waiting for me. A woman who is waiting for me. And I know, too, that I love her. The last 2 times I was there, I was walking towards the city, and suddenly I became aware of something, a faint white shape, hazy, like something seen through gauze, away near the city wall. I'm only half a mile away now. I can see this moving shape, or collection of shapes. It seems to be stationary, and yet at the same time it also appears to be moving at an incredible speed. Suddenly I feel afraid. A breath of cold air seems to disperse the last of the mist. And suddenly I feel terribly afraid. I'm still walking towards Emilion. And then I wake up. Or I should say I woke up. For that was my last dream. And I experienced it only last night. I was sweating and icy cold and terribly afraid. And I'm afraid to sleep tonight. I've asked Dr. Sundquist to stay not far from me tonight. Shall we have a whiskey, Basil? Each time I drink with you, I feel it may be for the last time.
I was visiting Farlow every day now. In the mornings. My business was forgotten. I made what arrangements I could so that my living should not altogether go to rack and ruin, but I have to confess that for the greater part of the daylight hours, and sometimes in the dead of night, too, my thoughts were constantly with the tortured man who was one of my greatest friends. One thing still puzzled me above all else. Of course, you realize, like you and like the splendid Dr. Sonquist, the whole business completely confuses me. There's another thing. Listen, you have been at Green Mansion for a long time now, quite early, soon after the onset of those dreams. You volunteered to come here. Now, why? Why so soon, I mean? Surely you were not so very strange, so very frightening to begin with, that before waking up and finding sand on your feet and the seawater in your clothes. Is there something you haven't told me?
Yes.
What is it?
The voices.
Voices?
The Janissaries of a million.
What?
I've never told you before. From perhaps the second dream onwards, I've heard that phrase. In the wind, it seemed, called from somewhere. The Janissaries of a million. Voices I've heard clamoring. The Janissaries. What do you make of it?
The Janissaries were a sort of guard, weren't they?
Yes. I had Sonquist bring me the book. The Janissaries were a body of Turkish infantry in olden times, the personal bodyguard of the Sultan of Turkey. They were abolished in 1826. The reference book also gives them as personal instruments of tyranny, Turkish soldier.
But how does this tie in with the period being 2,000 years ago, or the East?
The Janissaries were a terribly ancient force which existed under many names. They also operated outside Turkey in the East. In my dream, they are coming, this white shape. It's a body of horsemen, the Janissaries of a million. In my last dream, Basil, I distinguished the very robes they wear. I could almost see their faces.
Oh, very well. You surely can't take this seriously. I mean, this latest
You haven't
phase...
heard me out. I now know the nature of the threat.
Threat?
I am trying to reach the city. I know I shall never reach the city. Crossing the water to reach me are a body of horsemen clad in white robes.
Can a dream do to harm you?
They will kill me! When they reach me, I'll die!
In my opinion, you need perhaps more skilled medical advice than Sonquist can give you, my friend. If I might suggest...
Good morning, Mr. Basil Copper.
That night, even I doubted Farlow's sanity. I didn't go to see him for 3 days. When next I did go, he seemed to have forgotten our disagreement. I was shocked by the sight of him. He was even more fine-drawn and gaunt than ever. The dream had progressed. He was able, he said, to see the cruel oriental faces of the horsemen now. They carried short, heavy-bladed swords. They wore turbans. They looked so rapacious and sadistic that his dream self was near to fainting with fear. He believed the end was very near now.
We are giving him short treatment. He's half the man he was. He lies all day upon his bed, listening to the birds, smoking, dreading the night. He says no man can help him.
Can anyone help him, Dr. Sonquist? Can you help him?
I don't know. For the first time in my career, I am completely and utterly baffled. One thing I do know, though, there is no physical danger. If we are unable to help him, then he may lose his mind for good. But that a dream can harm him other than mentally, no.
I only saw Farlow once more. I remember the occasion very well. It was a Thursday evening, late spring. I was feeling helpless and more gloomy than ever I can remember.
Many things to give mankind, my research, my work. The sense of doom fills my horizon. Those faces. Those ghastly faces. The cruel eyes.
If Sundquist is not successful, they will reach me and it'll be the end. The Janissaries of a million. The Janissaries of a million.
Come in, please, Mr. Copper.
The matron didn't want me to see you, Doctor. She tried to put me off with the superintendent. The place...
Please close the door.
Well, the place is crawling with policemen. Now, I've come to see Farlow.
I have bad news for you. I'm afraid Farlow died in the night.
What happened?
He had a heart attack. There was nothing we could do.
Why are the police here, then?
That is about another matter. Now, if...
I'm sorry, Doctor. I insist. He was my dear friend. Do you believe that he was mad?
I sometimes believe that I may be.
What does that mean? Doctor, I want to know. Why the police?
Sir, I can rely on your complete discretion.
Absolutely.
You are completely aware of all the progressive stages of Farlow's dreams or visions?
He gave me his confidence.
He was very quiet during the last day or two of his treatment. He became very agitated on the last afternoon, though. He told me that these Janissaries of a million were so close that he could almost touch them. He said if he slept that night, he knew he would die. I told him that the night would prove him wrong. I said it was the last crisis. He would come through it and lead a normal life again. He was put under sedatives that night. At 4 a.m, the whole sanatorium was aroused by the most appalling screams. Photographs have been taken. Investigations are being held at county level. The photographs are on that desk over there, Mr. Copper.
Photographs? When I had taken my leave of Dr. Sundquist, I drove back to my house. I wrapped the piece of rock Farlow had given to me in a piece of sacking and weighted it with stones secured by wire. And I drove out to the point and hurled it into the deepest part of the sea. But the thing haunts my brain, and latterly my sleep too has become more and more broken. I pray earnestly that I never dream the same dream as Farlow. For you see, Sundquist showed me the photographs, though I think they would have been better destroyed. Farlow's room, which was padded, contained no sharp edges or weapons of any kind, and yet, make no mistake about it, though the thing is scientifically impossible, Farlow had been hacked to pieces as surely as if a dozen men had attacked him with sharpened swords or knives.
That's all you have to do. Soak, just for an hour or two you'll find things look as good as new when you use new Biotex.
Amazing new Biotex soaks stubborn stains away.
Clean, clean, everything soon will be clean, clean, for all the world to see. Soak, stains away easily when you use new Biotex.
Get amazing new Biotex today and let soaking do the washing.
Beyond Midnight is presented every Friday night at 9:30 by Biotex, the new soak and pre-wash powder. The program is adapted for...
Tonight is the 4th anniversary of Lights Out. After 4 years of fantasy and imagination, chills and thrills, Lights Out celebrates by bringing to the microphone the internationally known actor whose name has become synonymous with the unusual and fantastic. The National Broadcasting Company takes pleasure in presenting Boris Karloff in the first of a special series of Lights Out broadcasts.
Lights out, everybody.
Tonight, Lights Out presents another psychological drama, a play in which the principal part is taken not by the character himself, but his thoughts. The voice you are about to hear is that of the thoughts of one Darrell Hall, accused murderer, sitting in a courtroom awaiting the return of a jury which is to decide whether he is to live or die. And as he waits, the thoughts in his mind seethe and swirl. Seethe and swirl. Seethe and swirl.
Not guilty. Not guilty. Guilty. Father in heaven, why don't I stop thinking those words? Words those jurymen are saying. He's guilty. He's not guilty.
He's guilty.
Not guilty.
Guilty.
Not guilty. He's not guilty. No, I've got to stop thinking of what's going on in that room. The jurymen. I've got to stop thinking of them. I've got to keep my head clear. I've got to figure things out. When did all this start? Yes, I remember. That night, Wayne and I were sitting in my room, talking about dreams. I remember he said...
Oh, come on, Darrell. Don't expect me to believe that one.
Well, I'm certainly telling you the truth.
A fellow with your imagination wasting his time teaching biology to a bunch of co-ed nitwits. No, sir, you should be writing fiction.
I assure you, my dear Wayne, I've told you the truth.
You're really serious?
Of course I am.
You actually mean that in all your life you've never had a dream?
Never.
Not even when you were a child?
To my knowledge, I've never had a dream in all my life.
Well, how do you like that?
I like it very well. I close my eyes, oblivion, and then I wake up. No nightmare hangovers for me, Peg.
Now, wait a minute, Darrell. Let me get this straight. You mean you've never even had a dream after, eating a Welsh rarebit at midnight or surrounding a dozen green apples or anything like that?
Believe me, Wayne, I've never had a dream of any shape, form, or description in all my life. A dream to me is just a word. Something that happens to other people, but not to me.
But everyone must dream.
Well, perhaps. But it just so happens that my subconscious doesn't work that way. I tell you again, I have never dreamt.
Well, what do you know about that? Just unbelievable, I tell you, unbelievable.
Yes, that's what he said. Unbelievable. It was unbelievable that I'd never dreamt. Then after a while he went away and left me there. It was early evening. But I remember that somehow, strangely, I was very tired. I sat down in the easy chair. Oh, I was so tired. I closed my eyes. I slept. And then it happened. A strange murmuring in my head. Yes, that's how it started. A murmuring as if in warning. And then in the darkness around me, strange faces lifting and falling. White faces. Faces without hope. Their eyes full of horror. Their white, bloodless lips pleading wordlessly in a way that made the heart in me cry out in pity. And suddenly,
I knew I was asleep and dreaming. Yes, dreaming for the first time in my life. And these faces I was seeing were things out of a dream. And even as I knew that, the dream was gone. Blackness. And yet I knew that I was still asleep. And I had a terrible feeling of foreboding, of a horror to come in that dream. What? How? I didn't know. But I wanted to stop sleeping. I wanted to open my eyes quickly before. And then I saw her moving slowly toward me out of the darkness that was my dream. At first, a white, wraith-like thing. And I saw it was a woman. Yes, the body of a woman, but the face. Father in heaven, that face. Gross, unclean, thick, bestial brows, wrinkles of venery, the lecherous writhing of thin crimson lips that lifted from teeth, white and pointed, and flecked with blood. Yes, a glorious body, and a face from hell. Closer, closer to me. And then she spoke one word.
You.
Yes, that's what she said. Kill. And as she said it, she moved closer. Her hands went out, her eyes. In my dream, I screamed. I awoke. I remember, just at that second, the clock on the mantel began striking. 5, 6, 7. Thankfully, I counted each chime, since the hearing of it meant that I was awake out of the horror of that dream. When the clock had stopped chiming, I sat there. My one thought was, if this be dreaming, let me never dream again. I heard a sound. What was that? I sat still, afraid to move. And then I laughed. It was my own heart, still pounding with fright at what I'd seen in my first dream. Oh, why do I sit here thinking of what has been? The jury in there, they've got to hang me.
Free him.
They've got to hang me. Guilty.
Hang him. Free him.
Free him. No, I mustn't think of that. Better to keep my thoughts on how it all started. Better to figure things out. Where was I? Ah, yes. Sitting there, listening to the beating of my heart, thinking of the horror of that dream. And then, suddenly, that strange, wordless murmur I had heard in my dream was whispering in my head again. Quickly as it began, it was gone. How could this be? I was awake. This was no dream. Then why had I heard that wordless entreaty? That same sound that had come from those miserable white faces that had floated before me while I slept. Why? I heard it. Sound behind me. Who? Why, yes, my friend Wayne. Must be he. Come back into the room, standing behind my chair, thinking I was asleep. I turned round and said, Wayne, is that you? Yes, I screamed. I screamed so loudly there was blood in my throat. For it was she again. That woman out of my dream. But this wasn't a dream. She was standing there, I tell you. She was standing there close to me, looking at me. And those lips out of hell said that one word.
You.
I jumped to my feet. No one in the room, no one, I tell you. I remember standing there, my head reeling. Who was she? Where did she come from? But there was no one in the room. Had there been anyone there? I didn't sleep that night. But by morning, yes, by morning I had it all figured out. 2 dreams. That's what it had been, and the second had been more vivid than the first. Why, of course. I'd never dreamed before, so of course my first dreams would seem reality. How easy it was to quiet the unrest in my mind. Easy to make oneself believe what one wants to believe. And yet, some measure of uncertainty remained with me. And Mary saw it in my face when I had dinner with her that night.
Daryl, do you mind if I ask you something?
What a question. Of course not.
Is there something wrong?
You mean with the dinner? Well, you know, this is my favorite restaurant.
With you, dear. Has something gone wrong at the university?
Why do you ask that?
The worry in your eyes.
Oh.
What is it, dear?
Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing important.
You changed your mind about loving me?
Mary.
Then tell me what it is, please.
All right. It's really nothing to concern yourself over. Just a dream.
Dream? Daryl, you dreamed.
Yes. Last night.
How marvelous. Now you're normal even when you sleep.
That's right, isn't it? I'm back to normal, see, am I not?
And here I thought from the expression on your face that it was something really important.
Funny, isn't it?
And I suppose in your first dream you dreamt of a glorious, seductive woman.
No, Mary.
Ah. Did you have a nightmare?
If you don't mind, let's not talk about it anymore. Shall we have our dessert now? Now, I suggest the hot green apple pie with cheese.
Daryl, was it as bad as all that?
Horrible.
Oh, that's cruel. Your very first dream, an unhappy one. Oh, well, I'm sure that if you dream again, you've more interesting times ahead. Oh, Daryl, look at the time. 7:01, and we promised the Armstrongs we'd pick them up at 7:15. Daryl, what is it? Your face.
Do you hear it?
Hear what?
You do hear it, don't you? The voices.
What? Daryl, what are you talking about? Why, the people in this restaurant are most well behaved.
Gone. Just the way it was before.
Daryl, please, if this is a joke, please tell it to me. Daryl, what is it? What are you staring at? What's behind my chair? What's there, Daryl? Tell me what you see. Daryl, the table. Why did you throw over the table? Daryl, what is it? What is it? Why did you scream like that? What's the matter with you, Daryl?
Yes. She wanted to know why I had done it. Screamed, thrown over the table. They all wanted to know. But how could I tell them? Tell them of her, standing behind Mary's chair, that thing of degradation, and those lips saying, kill. I went home. Mary thought I was overworked.
Oh, no, darling, you've been working so hard. Go home and rest, dear. That's all you need, rest.
Rest. What good was rest? I had to reason things out. All my life I'd lived with reason, and now this horror. I had to know all about it. Now I was certain it was no dream. What I had seen there in the restaurant had been no thing of sleep. Hallucination. Yes, that was it. I had been working hard. Too much work was the answer, and rest would cure that. Yes, indeed. And so I rested through the next day. It was quite dark when I awoke. The phone rang. It was Mary calling to find out how I felt.
Are you sure you're all right, Daryl?
Why, yes, Mary, yes, I'm fine, thank you.
You sound all right.
Your advice was good, dear. Apparently rest was just what I needed.
Then go along back to bed. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, dearest. Thanks for calling.
Goodbye, Daryl. Sleep well tonight.
I hung up the receiver. And then the clock on the mantel behind me began striking. Always at 7. Always at 7. Always at 7. Yes, that was true. Each time it had been 7 when it had happened. And then, with the last chime of the clock, I realized it was 7 again. 7. Would I see her again? I stood there, back against the wall, waiting. so quiet. I could hear the clock ticking away the seconds. Would it happen again, this hallucination of mine? I waited. I heard no pitiful murmur of voices. Just quiet. So dark in the room. I could see the shadowy emptiness of a chair near the other wall. And then the chair was no longer empty. There was someone in it. I said, "Who's there? Answer me, who's there?" No answer. A strange darkness in the room. Deeper and deeper, I could see nothing, and then 2 swirling pools of flame led right. Closer and closer. I stood there, I couldn't move. A rumbling began in my brain. Fear, I tell you. Fear tearing up my brain, louder and louder, while those red circles of light came closer and closer. Father in heaven, what was it? What? And then I knew. It was her eyes. Her eyes burning close into mine, into the brain of me, pounding one thought into me.
Kill, 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 kill.
Why did she say that? Why? Kill whom? Why should I kill? Why should I kill? If I had known then. The jury. They're coming back. The verdict. What? No, not yet. Still out. Oh, they've got to find me guilty. I've got to hang. I've got to. If I live. Oh, but I mustn't think of that. I must think of what happened. Where was I? Ah, yes. That woman. Her eyes pounding that word into me, and then gone again. But this was no dream. Then what? A voice within me whispered, "Crazy, crazy, crazy." No, I was fainting. That horror was real as the breath in me. And with that realization, the coldnesses of a wind blew around me and clutched at my heart. For if she was reality, somehow I knew that I was lost. And so it began. Night after night, at the stroke of 7. First, that wailing dirge of those lost souls. And then her writhing lips.
Kill, 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 kill,
kill. Father in heaven, the words began pounding in my head so that even when she wasn't there, I heard them. I hid in my room. I didn't go out. People would see this madness that had come over me. I went nowhere. And soon I knew that they were talking of me.
I tell you, I don't know what's come over Darrell. Hides in his rooms, won't even talk to me. Something's wrong there.
Mary.
Please, Darrell, you've got to let me see you. This talking over the phone, oh, darling, what's wrong? What's wrong?
Night after night, the horror of... And the greater horror of...
Kill, 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 kill.
Mary pleaded with me.
Darrell, if you love me, please let me see you, talk to you. Come over to my house tonight. Oh, please, Darrell, perhaps I can help you. Please, darling, please.
I didn't want to go, but I went that night. Perhaps she could help. Yes. Help me understand the madness of those wailing voices and drifting white faces. Understand the horror of that woman and that maddening word. Mary, so understanding, so gentle, she could help me. Clear my head of the madness.
Oh, Darrell, you're here at last.
Mary, help me. You will help me.
Darrell, your face so white.
Oh,
Don't talk yet. Sit here and rest.
I'm sane, Mary. Believe me, I'm sane.
Of course, dearest. Of course you are.
It's that madness outside of me, those white drifting faces moaning at me.
Rest, darling.
And that woman out of hell.
Woman?
Her eyes and lips telling me to... The time. The time. What time is it?
It's 7. Darrell, what is it?
I've lost track. I've got to get out of here.
Darrell, don't. Wait, don't go.
Too late.
Daryl, what is it?
Too late.
Late.
You hear them, don't you, Mary?
I'll go call a doctor.
Listen to them. Their voices are so loud tonight. Listen, Mary.
Daryl, don't. There's no one here.
You hear them? You must hear them. What are they saying? Louder and louder, trying to tell me something. What are you saying, you out there? What are you telling me?
Daryl, stop!
They're gone. Faces, voices, gone. Now she'll be here.
Oh, Daryl, please, you're frightening me. Kill.
You hear her, Mary? You hear her?
No, Daryl, please.
Louder and louder and louder. I hear her. Sing out of heaven, go back like this. Make her stop, Mary. Make her stop. Stop it. She devil, you. What do you want of me? Stop it. Stop it. I can't stand it anymore. Yes. Go away. Go away and I'll kill.
Daryl, don't. Oh, my neck. Choking me. Daryl, no.
Kill. Mary. Yes. I had killed her. My sweet, gentle little Mary. Killed her with my own hand. I opened my hand. She fell to the floor. I went out into the street. People all around me, hurrying. I was in no hurry. What that woman had wanted, I had done. I had killed. I walked all night. It didn't matter where. And in the morning, I found myself on the campus of the school, before the very building in which a class was waiting for my lecture. I went in. I walked up on the platform and looked down into their faces. I said to them, "Ladies and gentlemen, my lecture for today will be on the subject of the selective factor in the evolutionary..." I stopped. A murmur in the air. Those voices again. But it was broad daylight. I'd never heard those voices in daylight before. What did they want of me? What were they saying? There was a strangeness in their pitiful voices. Yes, like a dirge of tears and sorrow for someone. For me, yes, for me. And then, her voice, laughing, triumphant. Then I understood. For the first time I understood everything. She had triumphed over me. That was why those lost souls were wailing a dirge over me. I was hers forever. I turned and ran out of there like a madman. Ran, and as I ran, those voices of the damned were talking to me.
As we are doomed.
No.
We listen to her and now you are one of us. No peace through all eternity. For those who murder.
All eternity.
I covered with my ears and my hands I ran. No use. I had them.
Only one hope for you, man. One hope. Expiate your crime.
On the gallows.
Pay for what you have done.
On the gallows, and you shall have
one hope, man. One hope.
So that was it. My one hope. If I paid society for my crime, she would fail. I would be free of her, that thing, that essence of evil, that siren who called men to murder so that their souls would be slaves to her for all eternity. Yes, I'd pay for my crime. I ran on, back to Mary's house. Yes, I'd pay it gladly with my life to have the peace of the rest of oblivion. I went back into the house. Yes, Mary was lying there, cold. I lifted her. Those same hands that had crushed the life out of her lifted her and carried her out into the sun. My eyes were so filled with tears that I could hardly see where I walked. People began milling about me.
He's got a woman in his arms.
Well, where's he carrying her?
She must have fainted.
No, look, she's dead.
What? Who killed her? Hey, mister, who killed her?
I did.
Who killed her?
I killed her. With my own hands, I killed her. And please, I want to die for her. And then the trial. My friends, they wanted to save me. Clever eternities, sanity commissions, and twists of the law. But I wanted to die. I tell you, I had to die. If they set me free, if I lived and died as most men die, the death they call a natural one, then she would have me. No. I want to hang by the neck until dead. I want that noose around my neck. The trap beneath my feet, the jailer pulls the switch. My feet dancing in air. The noose strangling me as my hands strangle Mary. Pay for my crime and I'll be free. Free of that horror with the writhing lips and blood-stained teeth.
Order the court. Order the court.
The jury. They're coming in. Guilty. They've got to find me.
Gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
The clerk of the court will read the verdict, please.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder in the first degree.
Guilty?
You hear that, you thing out of hell? Guilty! Hang me for the neck till I'm dead. I'll be free of you. I'll have peace. You fail, you feed you. I'll see to my crime. You'll never get...
What's the mean? He's fainted. Hey, stand back, everybody.
Doctor, right this way, doctor.
Ambulance, call an ambulance.
Stand back, please. It's no use. This man is dead. Heart attack.
Holy. Would you take a look at his face?
Yeah. As if he was looking at the devil himself.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have just heard the first play in a special series commemorating the 4th anniversary of Lights Out and starring Boris Karloff. Next week, Mr. Karloff will appear in another new air drama by Arch Oboler, a play suggested by the Sibelius musical composition, Waltz Triste. It is a story of death and a revenge beyond death. Listen to Lights Out with Boris Karloff. Lights Out, written especially for radio by Arch Oboler, comes to you each Wednesday evening from our Chicago studios. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
And now, tonight's presentation of radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense Tonight, the story of tension and danger in a small inn on the avalanche-swept slopes of the Alps. We call it Premonition. So now, starring Lawrence Dobkin with Charlotte Lawrence, here is tonight's suspense play, Premonition.
I can't even see the road. We shouldn't have tried it. We should have gone the other way.
No, that's 200 miles farther. You were the one in a hurry. You wanted Christmas in Paris, remember?
Well, one day more wouldn't have mattered. We didn't have to be pioneers and cross the Alps in a blizzard.
Okay. I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
Oh, I'm frozen. Didn't you say there was supposed to be an inn along here somewhere?
Yeah, about halfway up the pass. We should reach it soon.
Oh, let's stop there. This is awful.
Well, we're doing all right. Another 2 hours, we're ought to be over the pass.
Oh, look out.
Ah, great. Come on.
Are we stuck?
Couldn't be more.
What are we going to do?
Well, if it weren't snowing, we could admire the view. People come from all over the world to see the Alps. Well, there they are, right outside the windows. Front, back, on both sides, and straight up.
Oh, Tony, we can't just sit here and freeze to death.
Any suggestions?
Darling, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll be all right. We'll get out of it.
If only we could get to that inn. Can you see it?
No, can't see anything. Snow's like a curtain. Oh, wait a minute.
Well?
No. But it shouldn't be too far up the road. You wait here. I'll go and see if I can get someone to pull us out.
Oh, wait. I'm going too.
You'll get soaked.
Well, I'm not going to stay here alone. It may take hours, and I want to get warm.
Suit yourself. Here. Oh, step in my tracks.
Oh, it's so deep.
Told you you'd get soaked. Now pick up your feet.
Oh, don't take such big steps. Oh.
Take it easy. That's just a few more steps, huh? Now, up. Okay.
Oh, thank goodness they've swept the stairs. Oh, I'm soaked.
Funny.
What's funny?
The air. Well, all that snow, but right here, it's quiet. No wind. Not even very cold, almost warm.
Oh, I'm not warm. There's a fire inside. Come on.
Okay.
I understand why they build these mountainside places on stilts. They'd be buried otherwise.
You know, it's odd.
What's odd?
I've got a funny feeling. There's something oppressive here, Gwen. I don't know, maybe the mountains all around are shutting out the sky.
And you're the one who always loved them so. Now you know how I've been feeling all these months.
Yeah. Don't know what it is. Just a feeling. I suppose you'd call it a premonition.
A premonition? About what?
Well, I know this sounds silly. I don't like this place.
Well, I do. It looks wonderful to me and a lot warmer inside.
No, I know. It's not that. Oh, I can't explain.
Oh, Tony, stop being a writer. Come on, I'm freezing and I want to get out of these wet things. Are you coming?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that fire looks wonderful.
Bitte kommen Sie herein. Guten Tag, mein Herr. Guten Tag, gnädige Frau. Willkommen.
Ja, guten Tag. Mein Wagen ist kaputt. Ich brauche Hilfe.
Aber jawohl. Verzeihen Sie, Sie sind Amerikaner, nicht wahr?
My accent still doesn't fool anyone, I guess.
Oh, nein, you speak well, mein Herr. It is more the clothes that speaks of the wealthy Amerikaner.
I'm Herr Landig, and I'm most happy to serve you.
Well, you don't know how happy we are to get here.
Look, Herr Landig, we're stalled in the snow right down the road now. Is there anyone here who can help pull us out?
Ich weiß nicht, there is a Swiss gentleman with an auto who has only just arrived also, and a French family.
Uh-huh.
It could be arranged, vielleicht, but...
Well, but what? Oh, I'll pay, of course.
Oh, nein, auf keinen Fall.
You mean you don't think we should try to go on?
No, I would not advise it. It is not for the money, mein Herr, I assure you, but such a storm.
Honey, I want to go on if we can. How long will this last?
Weiß nicht. Perhaps another day, perhaps more. Then the road must be cleared. Herr Brown, the Swiss gentleman, says it's very bad on the Swiss side.
Tony?
Okay. Haben Sie ein Zimmer für two?
Aber selbstverständlich, mein Herr. Yeah, I will show you. And then the other guests are prepared to eat. You will join us, yeah?
Oh, yes, I'm starved.
Yeah, I understand. Come. Du veux, Madame Rouge?
No, merci.
Well, Herr Christopher, one does not expect to meet Americans in such a place at such a time.
You know, it is not the season for tourists, n'est-ce pas?
Well, we're not exactly tourists, Monsieur Rouge. Been living in Austria a year now.
My husband is writing a book.
Oh, never mind the publicity, Gwen. Nobody's interested.
On the contrary, mein Herr. An author, yeah?
And you write a book about Österreich?
Not about Austria, just in Austria.
So, you came here for inspiration, yeah? To the land of beauty and great art.
And cheap rent. It's a great country, Herr Landig, but for a writer, I'm afraid the rate of exchange decided the issue.
True, Herr Christopher. As a Swiss, I also find Austrian prices attractive. And now you are going back to America?
Oh, no, just to Paris for Christmas. Such a lovely time of year for traveling.
Oh, Tony.
We must not forget the radio. There may be new reports.
Report?
Of the storm, monsieur. Very bad.
Yes, I can see that.
Avalanches, mein Herr. 2 villages in the Valsa Valley completely destroyed. Many dead. 3 killed just across the pass this morning.
Oh, isn't that awful? I'm so glad we didn't try to go on.
Yeah, that would have been unwise. Darf ich Ihnen noch etwas anbieten, Madame Christopher?
Oh, thank you. I'm a pig, but I don't care. They're so good.
Herr Christopher, what do you think of the Russian intentions in Austria? Herr Christopher.
Yes? Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Darling,
what?
Why so preoccupied? You haven't touched your lunch.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just not hungry.
Oh. I'm afraid my husband is in a mood. It's really quite amusing. You see, he has some sort of a premonition.
A premonition?
Yes, you know. A funny feeling that something terrible is going to happen.
Oh, Gwen.
A foreboding, nicht wahr?
Yes. He got it the minute he saw this place. Didn't even want to come in here. Isn't that silly?
Oh, mon Dieu, Maurice.
Floriane, calme-toi. Je ne sais pas ce qu'il dit.
Mais moi, je le sens. Je t'assure qu'il y a du danger. Il faut partir immédiatement.
Et toi, Floriane, ne sois pas en danger? Ne le crois pas, non.
Oh, Madame Rouge, I assure you, there's no danger. This place is absolutely safe. You need not be concerned.
Oh, but I'm terribly sorry. I had no idea. I didn't mean to upset anyone.
My wife is easily frightened, madame. Perhaps you will excuse us.
Oh, please, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. It was really a joke.
Oh,
I thought...
darling, never mind.
May I assist you, Monsieur Roux?
No. We go to our room. It will pass. Viens, Floriane.
Mon Dieu, il faut partir. Je sens, il y a du danger, Maurice.
Oh, Tony, I'm so ashamed. I didn't think...
Well, take it easy, honey.
Oh, don't be upset, madame. That one isn't hysteric.
But I meant it as a joke.
Well, it's not a joke, Gwen. 3 people killed this morning, 2 villages nearby wiped out.
Well, I just didn't suppose there was any danger here.
And there probably is not, gnädige Frau, unless your husband's premonition is correct.
Oh, but that's such a crazy idea. He doesn't really believe in such things.
Don't you, Herr Christopher?
I don't know.
Oh, Tony.
After all, Frau Christopher, there is nothing so strange about your husband's premonition, nothing occult or supernatural. It can be explained quite realistically.
How?
You are a writer, trained to a special sensitivity. You sense the danger, though you cannot read the signs.
What signs, for instance?
It has been snowing for days. An unusual mass lies on every slope. And it has been, and still is, unseasonably warm. That means the snow is extra heavy, extra wet. There may even be subsurface melting. Such unstable conditions are explosive. Danger hangs on every mountain, all through the Alps.
Even here?
No, not here. Assure you, Herr Christopher and Herr Brown. This inn is safe. We have never had an avalanche here.
You see, Tony?
Never yet. Eh, Yolande?
That in Austria
143 in der Schweiz.
In Switzerland 143.
Versuche werden weiter ausgeübt und Schweizer und amerikanische Helikopter.
American and Swiss helicopters
medizinische Hilfe.
bring medical relief.
Das Schneesturzinstitut von Davos warnt, dass die Gefahr noch nicht vorbei ist.
The danger is not ended.
Schnee fällt in vielen Teilen der Alpen und Temperaturen bleiben
Snow falls in many parts of the
Alle
Alps.
Einwohner unter steilem Abhang werden evakuiert.
All people on the steep place is evacuated.
2 Uhr.
More at 2 o'clock. Schrecklich.
Yeah, at this rate, we cannot go on for days. Our misfortune, your fortune, Herr Landeck.
I would rather not earn my fortune this way. I'm sorry for you all.
Yeah, I will try a stein of your beer, Herr Landeck.
Yeah, I bring it sofort.
Tony, come on and join us. Don't just sit here staring out the window.
Gwen.
Look, it stopped snowing. And the sun's trying to break through. Look, everybody, it stopped snowing.
Yes, I noticed, Madame Christopher.
Well, isn't that a good sign?
Not necessarily. There's snow enough already. And if the sun causes melting, yeah.
Oh, I see.
I don't like it. Oppressive. Too quiet. The light. The whole thing.
Well, would anybody care for a game of cards?
Anything to pass the time.
Look, Gwen, let's go, huh? They'll help us get the car out.
But, Tony, it would be more dangerous out there.
Well, it's here that worries me.
I know, but it's...
All right, skip it.
Tony, please, I only want to do...
Wait a minute, listen.
What is it?
Look, out the window.
Tony!
Oh, my God, das war zu nah.
Yeah, I have never seen one like that.
Whole slope across the valley came down. Look, it's almost filled that canyon. Anything had been in front of it.
I tell you, over there. Yeah, there have been avalanches before, but not here. Not on this side. It is because up there, there's, how you say, eine Schale.
Yeah, a bowl or basin.
Yeah, and this catches all of the snow from above. You can see it. And behind the inn you will see trees, tall trees, which have been growing there for 50 years. They have never been touched. Go. Go and see for yourself, Christopher. Satisfy yourself.
Well, what do you think, Herr Brown?
Yeah, ordinarily, Herr Landeck would be right.
Yeah, only you said these are extraordinary conditions.
Exactly. There is perhaps more snow up there than ever before. If that mass should start to slide, it would go faster and farther than ever before. If it should fill up and overflow that basin...
Well, what about the trees? Wouldn't they stop it?
Mein Herr, they would be as matchsticks. And this building, the matchbox.
Well, then why do we stay here?
Because there is no more danger here than anywhere else. And perhaps there is less.
Yes, of course. Well, we may as well get back, yeah. Hey, look. Well, that's an American Army jeep.
Oh, if we are to die, it seems fate brings us another victim.
Hey, hello. Oh, greetings, Sergeant. Greetings. What are you doing way up here?
I wish I knew, Mike. How about you?
Oh, we got stuck coming through.
Well, you're stuck, mister. You ain't going any further over the pass.
It's bad?
Yeah, everything's breaking loose. One of them almost got me, blocked the pass right behind me. Hey, you got something hot to drink in this place?
Oh, sure. You going on down the valley?
I'm going clear to headquarters at Salzburg if I can get through. Courier, logistics command.
Listen, will you pull me out with your Jeep and then I can follow you back down?
Well, sure, Mac, I'll try. But let me get something hot first.
Oh, sure, all right, but I'll be ready.
Roger. Man, what a trip.
Well, Christopher, it seems you will be able to go on after all.
Yeah, Brown, we all could go. Because 2 more could easily get into our car and 2 can ride in the Jeep.
Yeah, that is true, but...
Oh, but you won't, will you? Everybody thinks my premonition is nonsense. No, except perhaps you, Herr Brown. But you're a philosopher. If it's your time to die, so be it. But you'll wait for death to come to you. You won't run out to meet it.
True. All true, Herr Christopher.
Yeah. Well, I can't decide your fate for you, much as I might like to. Every man must do that for himself. One more good pull should do it, Sergeant. So take it easy and watch that bank.
Get a little more left wheel, right?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Careful! Hey, look out!
Sergeant, you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. Just give me a hand. Let me help
sure.
also, Sergeant.
Okay, ready? Now,
Thanks.
Are you hurt, Sergeant?
No, ma'am, I'm okay. We didn't do so good, did we? Instead of getting you out, I got myself in.
It was most fortunate you did not go altogether over the
What
side.
do you think? Can we get that Jeep out?
Well, not without a 10-ton rig. She's stuck down there, but good.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, sorry, Mac. Personally, I don't give a stink. I wasn't anxious to drive all night anyway. Well, might as well get back to the fire. Nothing we can do here.
It seems your fate is working against you, Mynheer.
And perhaps for the best, Christopher.
I suppose there's nothing to do now.
You have skis that we could borrow or buy, haven't you, Herr Landick?
Oh, nein, Christopher. I have skis, yeah, but you cannot think to do such a thing. It's too dangerous, even for expert skiers.
He's right, Mac. I wouldn't try.
No, we could go slow and follow the road.
You are that sure of your feeling, Herr Christopher?
Yes.
And you, Frau Christopher?
Tony, darling, I'm trying to be sensible. I was ready to go in the car, but...
Gwen.
But this... Well, surely we'd be safer here.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Don't be a fool, Mac.
Tony, please.
Gwen.
If there were any real reason...
Oh, all right. All right, let's go back to the inn.
Frau Christopher, will you join me? It is most comfortable here by the fire.
Thank you, Herr Braun.
Your husband, he is upstairs?
In our room, writing. You know what he's writing?
I can guess. Something about his premonition.
Yes. Kind of scientific note, he calls it. He thinks it will make interesting reading if someone finds it afterwards.
Oh, and so it will. Your husband is an extraordinary man, gnädige Frau. A man of deep sympathy and understanding. I imagine he is a very fine writer.
Yes. Yes, I think he is.
That is a rare and wonderful thing. I shall be most interested to read his book. It is finished?
Not quite. He wanted to stay and finish, but... Oh, it's my fault we're going to Paris. My fault we're here.
And that troubles you?
Yes. Supposing he's right. His premonition.
It would be a pity for a man of such promise to die here, now, with his life and his work unrealized. Wouldn't it?
If you'll excuse me, Herr Braun, I'm going up and tell him we're leaving right away.
Auf Wiedersehen, gnädige Frau. Auf Wiedersehen, Herr Christopher.
Wiedersehen.
Mit Gott.
I think you're nuts to try it on skis. But good luck. I hope you make it.
Thank you.
Good luck to both of you. Well, send me a copy of the book when it is finished, yeah? You bet. Good luck to all of you.
You'll be all right. I know you will. Goodbye. Tony. Tony, can we stop a minute now?
Sure. Sure. You all right?
I'm fine. Tony, can you see them still?
No. No, just the building. They've all gone back inside anyway.
Oh, it looks so quiet. So peaceful. I can't believe
No,
it.
don't even think about it. They'll be all right. All right. Let's go on. Stay in my tracks. It'll be easier.
All right.
And don't worry, darling. Everything's going to be all right now. Ready?
Yes,
Okay.
Tony.
Huh?
Tony! Tony!
It was true. I guess so. Nothing we can do. Except go on down and tell somebody. Tell them what's happened.
Suspense, in which Lawrence Dobkin starred as Tony with Charlotte Lawrence as Gwen. Next week, the story of the terrifying escape of a dying man. It's called Odd Man Out. That's next week on Suspense. Produced and directed by Anthony Ellis, with music composed by Lucien Morawick and conducted by Bernard Herrmann. Premonition was specially written for Suspense by John Dunkel. Featured on the cast were Edgar Barrier, John Daner, Fritz Feld, Joe Cranston, Nan Boardman, and Ben Wright. You hear America's favorite shows on the CBS Radio Network.
Good evening. Tonight we have a special Boxing Day treat for listeners who really like to settle into a show. It's a kind of a box lunch, based on the Victorian short story by Sir Walter Besant and James Rice, and dramatized for this series by P. Norman Cherry. The play is called The Appetite of Mr.
You wonder. Yes, I see you wonder at me, and plenty why I eat and drink. Let me tell you about it. Let me tell you how I disagreed with something that ate me. My appetite was hereditary. One of the few things I can remember of my mother was a constant complaint that my father used to eat her out of house and home. It was the same when I became a strolling player, wandering the provinces with a down-at-heels troupe of actors. We were poor as church mice, but it was share and share alike, and they said I ate for four. For all my hearty feeding, I was slim and played Romeo very badly.
Sweet, good night. Good night. This bud of love, by summer's brightening breath, may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night, good night. As sweet repose and rest come to thy heart, as that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
And this was only the truth. For I loved and was loved by Juliet Cairns, named long ago for Shakespeare's Juliet by her father, the theatre's owner. We dared not show our attachment for very fear of Mr. Cairns' anger. But one night, Shakespeare betrayed us. Carried away by our passion, Juliet and I forgot to act. Old Cairns himself was in the audience that night. The audience thought it was good acting. He knew what he saw. Next morning, the instant he caught sight of me...
Mr. Lewcroft, be so good as to step into my office at once, please.
Mr. Cairns, sir, I'm very sorry about last night. Truly I am.
Now, look here, Lewcroft. You're a good young fella and a likely actor. But I can't have you spoiling my Juliet for the stage, so I'm going to put her up without you.
But, sir...
You get away from here to London and find yourself another engagement.
Mr. Cairns, I love Juliet.
That, Mr. Lewcroft, is the problem. You needn't say goodbye to her, by the way, because I've had it out with her this morning. Tough job it was, too.
She and I were...
My boy, when Juliet is married, or you get rich or something, why, you see, we shall all be glad to have you back.
They all say that there's no work in London. I'll starve.
Oh. Yeah, well, here. There's a week's pay in advance. That's the best I can do.
The next few weeks were even worse than I had feared. There was no work in the provinces, and in the theatres of London, not even an extra. One day at noon, after paying the rent, I found myself without a penny, and gnawed by a hunger greater than I'd ever known. Faint and starving, I leaned against a lamppost outside a dining room where a host of people were lunching. Hares, fowls, and turkeys were piled high in the window with boundless prodigality among a wealth of carrots, turnips, and cauliflowers. And through the open doors came a perfume more delicious than the sweetest strains of music, accompanied by the torturing voices of diners.
Waiter, roast beef with plenty of brown.
Oh, heavens, plenty of brown.
Roast mutton underdone.
I love my mutton underdone.
Roast veal and bacon with stuffing.
A dish for the gods.
Calf's head for two.
I could eat calf's head for a dozen.
Pudding.
Soup.
Fish.
Cheese.
At that moment, as I was nearly fainting, there came down the street a monstrous old man, bearing before him like the Lord Mayor, a gross and swollen abdomen, walking very slowly as if the exertion might kill him, and leaning upon a thick cane. He had white hair, white whiskers, and a purple face. Indeed, he might have resembled St. Nicholas, except for his eyes, flushed with red veins that gave him a wolfish expression.
Young man, you look ill. Have you been drinking?
No, sir. I'm only hungry.
Oh, so hungry. Here's a pretty fellow for you. Hungry? The most enviable position a man can be in, and he dares to complain at his lot.
Complain?
What are the lower classes coming to next, I wonder? This London is a gigantic caravan, full of the most splendid things which it only wants an appetite to eat, and he's got that, and he laments.
What is the use if you have no money?
Is yours a small appetite as a rule, or is it a large one?
Large. Huge. Born with it. It's very awkward just now.
Young man, come with me now and once.
But
don't talk. That may interfere with the further growth of your appetite. Walk slowly and keep your mouth shut.
Pushing me down a maze of alleys, he lumbered close behind, muttering to himself with that awful chuckle and grunt.
So, what a fine young fellow it is. What room for the development of the alderman's arts. What a backbone for the support of a belly. Heavens, what a diner might be made of this boy if only he had money.
Turning into a narrow, hidden court, he bent with great difficulty to a little black portal and seemed to blow into the keyhole with his mouth.
What shoulders he has for a table, and what legs to put under it.
And the door opened. And then it shut behind us of its own accord. We stood in a large room, resplendent with the light of at least 40 wax candles, in whose shimmer there gleamed a magnificent dining table, set for one. And beside it stood what I then thought was a man.
Young sir, permit me to introduce my servant, Borderland.
My heart be delight to meet friend of massa.
You have a pretty tasty name, sir. To have a servant black as night and call him Snowball.
Borderland, what do you think of him?
Him a very fine young man, massa. Got lovely appetite developed. Him live much longer time than last other young man. How much do you think he eat tonight?
We will try him with a late luncheon first, Borderland, and then pronounce on his performance. Young men do not always come up to their profession.
What time massa dine himself?
I don't know. Perhaps not till 9 o'clock. Perhaps not then. Vanish, Bolognese, and serve!
Did the ancient servant go through the floor? Did the table sink when he disappeared and come up loaded with succulent dishes? It seemed so.
Food. A banquet. Oh, let me eat.
One moment only, a single moment. Tell me again the nature and extent of your appetite, and oh, be truthful. Our little tongue should never lie for mutton chop or apple pie. You know the hymn?
I've got the devil of an appetite. What is there to lie about?
My dear young friend, yours may be fierce at first and promise great things and then end in a miserably small performance. I have known such. Tell me, if you eat your fill now, it is 4:30, when you think you might be ready again?
I should say about 8. But I might do something light about 7, I dare say. Right now, I could eat a mountain.
A mountain! Wonderful are the gifts of Providence. My dear young friend, I am very thankful, deeply thankful that I met you. Sit down and let me take the covers off for you. I long to see you eat. I will wait upon you myself. No one else. Just we two. And the delectables. Lover's eggs. He has eaten all 6. Turtle soup. Gently, my young friend, gently. Humor your appetite. Don't drive it. Fill it of soul with white grapes and almonds. It's like watching mighty Caesar. Look at him. Sweetbreads and burgundy wine and mushrooms. Smiles of the dear little innocent confiding calf. Cooperate with it, eh? Mauviettes en casse. Larks in baskets. Sweet rapturous singing larks. Toothsome cocky yelly larks. Eats them up. Bones and all. My dear sir, and take something. Here, a champagne, hock, and sauter. Have a dash sherry. It's a made-up wine, even the best of it. Come, a little champagne.
I generally take drops here, sir, but if you please, a little fizz would be acceptable.
Now, my dear lord, my palace of Troy. Curried chicken with salad, rice, and chestnuts. Stuffed quail. Snipe en brochette. It takes all 3. My Alexander, my Goliath of cats.
Really exhausted.
Plenty of rice, my Napoleon. Here's more, much more. Now, apricot jelly and cabinet pudding. Cheese brie.
Yes, sir.
Come on a port with the cheese, huh? Oh, King of Bashan. Now, last of all, strong black coffee and a teeny tiny glass of liquor.
Sir, I'm more grateful than I can tell you.
And the gratitude. Tell me, do you feel any sense of repletion? Is the blood mounting to your head? Quite free from giddiness? No thickness in the speech?
Why, no, sir. I am, as you see, an ostrich.
An ostrich, you say? Oh, no! It's providential, my finding you. Our blessings truly come when we least expect them. Come, to business.
Business? Are you perhaps offering me a clerkship in your office, sir?
No, listen to me. You have no money. In a few hours you will be hungry again. You will feel great pain and suffering greater than is felt by men less largely endowed with the supreme blessing. Appetite.
Oh, it is a great trouble to me, sir, when I am hard up.
Why, there, we are agreed already. Let us have no more beating about the bush, young man. I will rid you of this nuisance. I will buy your appetite off you.
I beg your pardon?
A strange offer, I know, but nothing easier. Read this.
I, Luke Lucraft, being of sound mind. How did you know my name?
Tasman, a mere detail. Read on.
Do voluntarily and of my own free will and accord agree and promise to... To resign my appetite. Entirely and altogether for the use of Ebenezer Grumbelow from the day and hour of execution of this deed.
In return whereof I agree to a monthly allowance of £30. Well, what do you say?
I think I should like some time to reflect.
Reflect? What the devil does the boy want to reflect about? Has he got a penny, a friend, or a chance in the whole world? Now or never. Answer.
Well, I accept your offer.
Why, there's my brave boy. Borderland!
You very lucky man, young master.
Thank you, my dear sir.
But there's no ink. He cut me.
Only tiny prickle, master. Just little drops of blood on pen. So
we have no ink handy, dear boy. To sign in blood is a mere form, the merest form. That's it. Done. Done. Bullness. Dinner at 7. I feel myself getting hungry already. Oh, blessed day. A huge dinner, Bolognese, with Curacao punch.
Why, Massa Grumbelow, I think young Massa gonna swoon. Just like the lady in a play.
When I came to myself, I was home again, in my squalid little room. On the table lay a letter. Addressed to me? It was from a firm of solicitors, Crackett and Clarges, dated that evening at 5:30, half an hour after I signed the paper stating that they were empowered by a client whose name they never mentioned
Give
to give
Mr.
me
Lucraft the sum of £30 monthly to begin this present day. Payment will be made in person to Mr. Lucraft, who is requested to call at the firm's offices, 16 Lombard Street, at his earliest convenience.
I stared at the letter with a mixture of stupefaction and horror. The monstrous feast, the bargain, were no dream then. And how had they got their instructions? The clock struck 7, and slowly, surely, a sensation began to grow in me. At first a sense of fullness, then repletion, and finally of choking, as if I were eating too much. By a kind of awful insight, I knew at once what was going on. The old man was taking his dinner, and taking more than was good for me. Soon, soon he began to drink too much as well.
Oh, my God! I'm getting drunk and I haven't touched a drop.
My head began to spin. Sugar sweetness, bite of lime, and lemon fumes of alcohol like steam from a volcano filled my throat. He was drinking, gulping the Curacao punch. I would run to find him, tear up the agreement, but his name... I've forgotten the old glutton's name. He's taken his name. My God, from my head. Next morning, I woke with my head splitting and my stomach in flames. I hated the sight, the smell, the very taste of food. Forcing down a tiny morsel of breakfast, I went with heavy heart to the solicitors to receive my blood price.
Ah, Mr. Lucraft, I thought you would soon come round to us after the letter. Here, sign that. You haven't been long. None of them are.
May I ask, sir, if you know...
I'm not allowed to answer any questions you may put, Mr. Lucraft, nor to ask you any. So take your money, and good morning to you.
But I have to know...
I suppose, like the rest of them, you don't know the name of your benefactor, and would like to. Yes. But you needn't ask me. Before you say it, I've orders not to admit you to see either Mr. Clarges or Mr. Crackit. They'd trouble enough with the last one of you. He broke into their office once, drunk, and laid about him with a poker.
Drunk? Oh, God!
However, Mr. Lucraft, I hope you will be more fortunate than your predecessors.
Where are they now? Who are they?
Dead and buried they are, all of them. Gone to kingdom come. Delicious trimmings killed them.
Oh, delicious. God forgive you.
Poor old gentleman. Your patron, I mean. He's too good for this world, as everybody knows. He did say when the last went off, he would have no more. He wept over it, and declared that his bounty was always abused. But there never was such a benevolent old chap. I only wish he'd take a fancy to me.
What did you say his name was, by the way?
Why, if you don't know, I am sure I do not. Here's your cheque, Mr. Lucraft. But I fear there is a blight on the recipients.
Oh, indeed.
Lord, what a healthy chap Tom Kirby looked when he first came for his cheques. Strong as a bull and fresh as a lark.
A good appetite, had he?
No. Couldn't eat anything after a bit. Said he fancied nothing. Pined away and died in a galloping consumption. Nobody ever saw him drinking, but he was drunk every night, like the rest. Went out in 3 months. Better luck to you, Mr. Lucraft.
From that moment on, I lived in hell. Every day at 1:30, the grossness of his heavy feeding weighed me down. But at least at midday he drank. At night, it was pure horror. His dinner began at 7. At 8, I was gorged and choking. At 9, I was drunk. One morning, I woke up in a police cell with no idea how I'd got there. And on the next, I lost my lodgings. Mrs. Grogan, I
Not
swear
an
to you...
hour after your week's up. Not if you was to pray on your knees shall you stay. Neighbours next door threatening the police, and me a quiet woman for 20 years.
I detested food and drink, and I detested life. My bones protruded. My hands began to tremble like a drunkard's.
Your cheque, Mr. Lucraft. Look here, sir, you know you're going it worse than poor Tom Kirby. What is the good of a fella's drinking himself to death? Your poor old gentleman was here yesterday, asking me how you looked, and if you continued steady. Pull up, old man, and knock it off.
Asking how I looked. Oh, I'll wager he was. That hardened old voluptuary, that secret murderer, he must have noticed by the falling off of his splendid appetite that I was going down. And he was resolved to kill me off by drinking me to death. In my misery, I was determined to forestall him. I prepared to kill myself first. But the next evening at 7, as I sat in my lonely room, awaiting yet another drunken bout, suddenly... My God! What is it? I've never felt like this before. It's gone. Where is the choking feeling? Where's the drunkenness? It can't be. It can't be that I'm free. Where is he? Where's that damn clock? Let me see him.
Moderate your language, Mr. Lucraft. This is a solemn moment. It is my melancholy duty to inform you that your patron is dead.
I knew it. I knew it. I've been a free man since last night. Look at me. I'm cold sober.
On such a sad occasion, I should certainly hope so, Mr. Lucraft. I have the honour to present our senior partner, Mr. Crackit.
Mr. Lucraft, my deepest sympathies. The poor old gentleman is gone at last. Apoplexy.
I know. I didn't understand it at the time, but I felt him. I felt him depart last night.
A most affecting sympathy. If you will examine this deed, Mr. Lucraft, you will find that Mr. Grumbelow is as generous to you in death as in life, sir.
Grumbelow. That's the name. Grumbelow. Why generous?
He has left you £500 in his will, Mr. Lucraft. Look.
500. What for? What is he up to now?
An ungrateful turn of phrase, young man. Mr. Grumbelow's love for the poor and humble was a byword to all who knew him. He asked nothing but that you care for his aged servant, Mr. Boldenez here, and cherish him as if he were your own father.
No.
Why, Massa, Boldenez, very good servant. Cook a lovely dinner. Make young Massa rich like Massa Grumbelow.
I'd rather hire the devil.
Mr. Lucraft!
If Massa likes, that can be arranged.
I fled that dreadful presence forever. But I had saved a good deal of my monthly payments from the old monster, and my old master, Mr. Cairns, welcomed me back with open arms, and so did his daughter Juliet. I've been a happy man ever since, except for a certain distaste for the groaning tables of Christmas, as you see. A month after our marriage, I told my darling Juliet the whole story. She asked if I took her for a fool. All the same, she has never allowed me the key of the spirit's case.
You have just heard The Appetite of Mr. Lucraft, the short story by Sir Walter Besant and James Rice, adapted and dramatized for radio by P. Norman Cherry. Featured tonight were Graham Haley as Lucraft and Douglas Campbell as Ebenezer Grumbelow. Nikki Guadani played Juliet, with Leslie Yeoh as Mr. Cairns. Abbott Anderson played the mysterious Boule de Neige, and you heard Robert Christie as Mr. Crackit and John Peters as the law clerk. Other voices in the cast were played by Maureen Fitzgerald. Our recording engineer is Ray Folsick, with sound effects by Matt Wilcott. Our production assistant is Nina Callahan, and the series story editor is Earl Toppings. Nightfall is produced and directed for CBC Radio by Bill Howell.
And now perhaps it is time to sleep, perchance to dream. But if you dream tonight, take notes. It may be nonsense, of course, but if it mentions a time, a place, and your own name, I should consider staying awake. Good night, and sleep tight if you dare to dream. I am Stephen Dark, your man in black.